How are we all doing, my little pack mates? Welcome, welcome to Adastra. Now, you may see a black screen. Do not worry about that. Everything is perfectly fine. You are all safe as long as I am here. Don't do that. Just making sure everything's set up correctly. Personal media. Just making sure everything is completely set up. Oh, it's not working. Oh no, what happened? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure something is working. Something is acting a little off. You know what I'll do? I will... Hold on. I'm just making sure everything's working. Which it looks like it's working. I am just trying to see if I can find the newest video. There we go. Found that. Alright, sorry. So we'll use the other link. In the meantime, I think we can start setting the game up. Ooh, that's a little loud. That is just a little bit loud. Go lower that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, done with that. Return. Ooh, this is beautiful. Can everybody see everything okay? Is everything working out correctly? Yeah, he's welcome. It is great to finally see you. I did say it right. I am saying it right. Decadence. It is finally great to see you once again. I'm glad to see you finally and actually man just able to stop by one of my streams. Um, I know everything's running a little slower. I'm going just fixing some things up really quickly before I always have an issue of reposting my videos in other channels I'm in. So let me hurry up and finish setting everything up. General media, maybe personal media. So anyway, I think I already asked. All of you seem like you were doing well. I am very happy to hear that. I hope if you're not doing well, that your day will greatly improve. Because everybody should be happy. Everybody always should be happy. Alright, so I'm gonna finish. Okay, I just gotta post it on my Twitter now. Like I said, I'll get better as we go along with streaming. Same thing with everything else. I just have to improve on it, work on it a little more. So we're gonna fix up some stuff real quick. Oh gosh. Oh, it did work. Nice. Thank you, Decadence, for reposting that. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't edit it now. Okay, we're gonna post it in another thingy. And then we'll get started. So I'm really excited to play this game. I have not played this game. Well, I did play it yesterday. I did play 10 minutes, which I barely learned anything. I just did it to test the stream and a few other things. So besides that, though, everything has been rather quiet. Okay, everything's set up. Okay, we're ready. So anyway, this is Adastra. It is a visual novel game I've heard plenty about. Just a little bit. I am very excited to play it. I don't know too much about this game. I know bare minimums. I have watched somebody play through up to a certain scene, but it was very early in the story, so I really don't know much about the game besides it apparently has a lot of interesting political intrigue. I think I'm saying it right. So I'm very excited to find out about this game. It looks like everybody is here. Everybody that is coming here has came. So I think without any further ado, we should get started. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start playing. Oh, alright, let me fix something real quick. And I do know this game is made by the group called Echo Project. I have not played Echo at all. I haven't even heard anything about it. Besides, people said it's a little dark. It's something I want to play, but I did it based on votes, and this game was the second most voted after EA. And if you guys have not, feel free to watch my other pre-recorded videos. I have one for Neko Jissi, and I have one for Lagoon Lounge, which I am going to try to work on a video for those tomorrow. So I probably won't be live streaming tomorrow. I do want to finish the pre-recorded series I've started. So tomorrow probably will be just a normal day for me, just to record the videos and edit them. Okay, I don't know who this is, so we're just going to use a normal voice until I find out who's speaking. It's so large. It's too much. How do they get anything done? Sensing doubt, shall we proceed with the directive, Amicus? I don't know. Are you sure they're level 5? Data from the mission 3265193 indicates primitive species with level 5 intelligence and... Understood, thank you. The most recent data indicates that all uplift attempts failed. Huh, that figures. Why did we try to uplift here in the first place? Sensing doubt, shall we proceed? Name of the planet? Earth. Location of Romanus uplift? The city of Rome in the state of Italy. Is the probe there? It has arrived. And this time I do have water, in case I have to do any strenuous voices, so that's a plus. Give me a visual. Zoom in. That doesn't look like Ad Astra at all. Reminder that uplift failed. Ruins of uplift attempt remain. Show me the ruins. Showing the Roman Forum. Sensing doubt? Shut up, please. What the hell are they even saying? That's not the language. It's all messed up. Sensing. That creature there. They are called humans. Get closer. It's a human? Collecting data. He appears to be a young male human. Initiate landing sequence. Have you located the directive? Yes. Warning that full nexus analysis is incomplete. Now please, we cannot waste time outside of the stretch drive. Initiating landing sequence. Ooh. I'm sensing some aliens. Seems like somebody has a probe. I wonder where that probe's going. Alright, Snakeler, go get some drink. It's hard to believe that I'm actually here. After years of fantasizing about it, I'm in Rome. I've been bouncing around with my friends like an idiot all day. Yeah, I look like a total tourist, but this is what I've been saving up for the past 2 years. All semester in Rome with the study abroad program. All the conversations I've had with my parents about what a waste of money it would be evaporates from my brain as I take in the view. Let's try to fix this a little bit. We only have a few hours, so we move from the Forum to Palatine Hill, then finally to a nearby disco where I get just a little drunk. Before I know it, it's 2 in the morning, and somehow my friends and I are able to stumble to a taxi that takes us back to our apartments. Ooh, we're in Rome, guys! We are in Rome, a place that I always wanted to visit, and that I hopefully will get to visit before too late. There's so many states and so many countries I want to visit. Rome is one of them. Hello there, Mr. Tor. How are you doing today? You're just in time. We haven't got it too far. Join in on the fun. Have fun. Join my lovely pack. I care greatly for all of my members. I walk unsteadily through the darkness, glad that I have the place to myself for now. Apparently, my group was the first to arrive, and my assigned flatmates won't be here for a few days at least. I open the door to my room and move my hand along the wall. I stumble in, then sit on my bed, bouncing happily for a moment. I think about going out onto the balcony, but I've been walking all day and it feels too nice to be sitting down. Plus, it might not be a great idea considering the state I'm in right now. Still, just knowing the magic of the city is just outside my window is going to make it hard to sleep. Good. I sigh happily and look around my little room. This room is really tiny, by the way. I'm looking around and you said tiny room. Like, this is kind of small. Like, there's just a table, a chair, no TV. Where's the TV? Where's the computer? There's a computer desk and no computer. There's nothing. And the beds, the beds have covered up by the blinds. Look at it. Like, the blinds, like, overlap on top of the bed. Actually, I'm told that it's kind of big by this city standards. I mean, it doesn't look bad, it just looks empty. He just said it, look! It's still a little bare since I just moved in today. I just said that! I basically just dropped my suitcases next to the door before running out again. I glance at them, but decide I'm way too tired right now to unpack, even if my pajamas are in there. It's fine if I'm just laying on top of the covers. I'll get to it tomorrow. I mean, you know, MC, you could just strip naked and just sleep nude. I mean, you don't have any roommates or anything. It's not like anybody's gonna see anything. I mean, like, you know, I mean, come on, what kind of game do you think this is? This is a very family friendly game. There's nothing terrible about this game. Like, you know, we're not gonna see anything. I mean, we never see anything in these kinds of games. I mean, come on, guys. What kind of sick, twisted freaks are you guys? In the meantime, I just lie back, smiling in the afterglow of today's excitement. Is the video stuck? Is it stuck? Oh no! Can everybody see okay? I just got somebody just said the video is stuck. Can you guys see okay? I know I was having a few issues earlier, but hoping that they don't mess up while I do the stream. Hopefully not. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Nobody's responding, which I'm hoping means it's okay. So I'm gonna keep going. The stream did freeze! Oh boy. Oh no, the stream froze. Vid is stuck. Okay, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. I got this. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure this out. 1981. Oh, I know what I did. No! I know what I did. Is it working now? It's still stuck? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna save real quick. We're gonna retry. I'm gonna save real quick just to be safe. I'm gonna close the video and reopen it. Okay, hold on. I got this. It went further. It's good. Okay. Ooh, I was like, no. I was like, we just started the stream. I was like, I need attention. I have needs. I need attention. Alright, we're good. Damn it, I need to calm down. Yeah, dude, you need to calm down. You almost broke my stream. This guy's freaking out so much, you're breaking my stream. I have people trying to watch this. Jeez. No way am I gonna have the energy I'll need tomorrow if I'm up all night. I've got the whole semester, and on top of that, school doesn't actually start for another 2 weeks. There's plenty of time. Just relax for now and enjoy it. With that thought in my head, I start to drift off. Alright, well, I'm glad the stream's working again. Is the audio okay for everybody? Is there any issues with the audio right now? Can everybody see the audio okay? Okay. I heard somebody said it's good, so I'm gonna keep going. Just want to make sure everything's you guys can hear. The music was a little too loud for me at full volume. I lowered it just a little bit. If it gets too low, just let me know. It'd bring good luck to have problems. I hope so. I hope that's true. I hope that's true. Something moves. I lay there in the dark, wondering if I dreamed it. I had been dreaming, even though I can't remember exactly what it was about. Something about a portal, maybe? Okay, audio's great. Everybody says audio's great, so. I listened for a while, but there's no other sound, just the occasional soft whoosh of a car passing by outside of my balcony. I shift around a little. The suffocating humidity is making the sheets stick to my skin, and I wonder if maybe there's a fan in the closet. Oh, that's okay, Snake Lord. Make your pasta. We'll be streaming for a few hours, so you have guys have plenty of time. While I am saying that, I hate to be that kind of person, but if you enjoy the video or enjoy any of the other videos I previously made, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe, as well to hit that little bell if you want notifications when I come online. And do not be afraid to share my channel or one of my videos if you think somebody might be interested. Just saying. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine too. It's just I just appreciate you, just all of you guys watching it alone. Hold on. I could at least try sliding open the balcony door, though I'm not sure that will do me any good. Is it okay now? Uh, is it frozen again? What the fuck is spider crawled? Sorry if it's acting up a little bit. I don't know what the problem is, but I will try my best to get it to work. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, is everything working okay though? Frozen save date. Why does it keep? Eh. But stuck on the game menu. Why is it doing that today? It was doing so good. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second while I try to see what's going on. Sorry about that. Okay, is everything working okay though? I see what you guys mean. It is stuck on the save data. Alright, I'm gonna save, close it, and try to reopen the game and see what happens. So I'm gonna save right here. I'm gonna close the game. I'm gonna see what happens after I close it and reopen it. Yes, I'm gonna quit. I mean, we're already having problems. Come on, OBS. I love you, and you're messing up already. We just started. Uh, I'm not gonna. With a hammer. With a hammer. It might be, but lately I had problems before, but it was been doing pretty good the past few days with the stream. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not working. I'm not sure what it is. OBS for some reason. I know. Oh wait, cancel. Okay, so we're gonna try to reopen the game. And I'm gonna see what happens. So we're gonna go to Adastra. We're gonna reopen the game, and I'm gonna see what happens now. We're gonna get through this, guys. We're gonna get through this. I promise. Just gotta figure out what's going on right now. And now it's too. Hold on, it's too small. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Okay, you guys can see now, right? Does everything look like it's better now? Okay, I think it's working again. I think it's working again. Like I said, this is why I need two monitors, because two monitors will make this oh so much easier, so I can actually see stuff. Anyway, I think it's working again. If it's not working again, then we'll bring out the hammer. I could at least try sliding open the balcony door, though I'm not sure that will do me any good. Worth a try, I guess. I groggily slide out of bed and try to slide the glass door open, but it doesn't budge. I struggle for a few more seconds before sighing and moving toward the door to find the light switch. My feet slide across. My feet slide along the semi-cool wooden floor, which feels great, while my hands stretch out in front of me, searching for the wall. Right then, I remember that I was woken up by noises, and I imagine some intruder standing there in the dark, waiting for me to bump into him. It's just like you know what it is, guys. You know what the intruder? It's his gay thoughts. It's just like his gay thoughts are just like taunting him, like just standing there, like you want it. And he's just like trying to run away from his gay thoughts. Like, get away from me! He's like, no, no. Feeling the hair stand up on the back of my neck, I quicken my pace and find the wall, fumbling around until I quickly oh, guys, that startled me for a second. I was like, oh no, something's gonna be out there. This is the first time I've played Ad Astra. I technically played this yesterday off stream for 10 minutes just to make sure the audio and all that was working correctly. This is my first time, and I really haven't seen that much gameplay. I have seen a few videos from Ookie Cookie as well as Deckerling, but I've only seen like one or two videos. Which, by the way, again, if you enjoy furry visual novels or just in general good visual novel games, I would highly recommend the both of them. They are both great people. They are very funny. So, if you are ever interested, as well as downloading the game for yourself. This is my first time though playing this game. I quickly glance around the room, relieved that it's empty. My parents had warned me about the crime rate here. While the city is technically safe in terms of murder, robberies and muggings are apparently pretty common. I had shrugged it off at the time, but now that I'm alone, I make my way to the balcony looking for the lock before finally seeing that there's a latch near the top of the door. I unhook it and slowly slide the door open. I'm disappointed to find that the air wafting from outside is almost as stuffy as the air inside. I have not seen Shadowed Reaper. That's a new person. I'll have to look into them. I'm disappointed to find that the air wafting from outside is almost as stuffy as the air inside. Still, I take the moment to stare at the lights of the city for a while. Even though I'm more interested in the ruins, the city itself is undeniably beautiful. Nothing like my hometown. That's when I notice that there's a strange smell in the air, like burning rubber. I stick my head out a bit further, looking around for the source, but I see nothing. Maybe that's normal here. I look back at the clock on the wall. 4 a.m. I sigh and shuffle back to the bed, only realizing that I've left the light on once I've already fallen back first onto the covers. I sigh and will myself to get up, but the tiredness has returned, and the heavy humidity is almost like a warm blanket pressing down on me. I close my eyes. I'll get up and turn it off in a second. Just need to rest my eyes for a bit. Just for a bit. Something's gonna happen. I can tell. Something's gonna happen. All right, I will give him a look after I finish streaming. I'll stop and give him a look. Shattered Reaper is his name. He said. Something moves again, and there's another smell in the air. A good smell this time. Something floral. It reminds me of lavender, and that's when something hard and sharp presses into my left eye socket just above the eye. It doesn't really hurt, but it shocks me awake. Oh no! Oh, you can't do that! Oh, who's this guy? Oh, oh, oh! Dude, listen, you can't do that to me, sir. Who are you? Who are you? Tall and handsome? Oh, you can't do that to me. Listen, I need I need some pre warning. Oh my goodness! It leans over me, something shiny in its something shiny in its grip, which is pulling back from my head. Of ah! I would do the same thing. I do not blame my character for doing that. Cause I'd freak out too. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Samuel. I'm sorry. I know my headset's like I said. I actually use a headset, so it's a little closer to my face than it would be if I had a microphone. I'm sorry about that. That's why I try to I try to minimize my screaming. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. You want to? I could kiss you and make you feel better. Do you want to kiss? There you go. Hope it feels better. I kick out with both feet, hitting the thing leaning over me in its body. Idea pole. Yes, I have seen plenty of Amicus. His name is. I've seen so much Amicus fan art and official art. Let's out a surprised grunt, stumbling back and falling onto its rear while I scramble back on my bed, pressing myself against the wall. Almost immediately. Oh, hello there. I was a little frightened, but you know, um, the city of Rome is the city of Rome is might not be the city of love, but might be the city of love after I'm done with you, handsome. Mm. Ooh, he's a looker, and his body is great. Almost immediately, it scrambles back up, revealing its massive build and its masculine shape. He adjusts his cape and smooths down his fur before rubbing at his chest, giving me an odd look. Now, I don't know who that is, but I'm sure I will get to him because we will be streaming for a few hours. And like I said, if all of you can't make it, then thank you for how time you spent. But I will probably be streaming. I would say 2 to 2.5 hours. I would probably be streaming. So I'm playing. I want to get a little far in this game. I don't want to go too far, but I'm gonna get far enough. Oof. All right, I will take your word for it, Mister Tor. I will take your word for it. Then he fixes a smile back on his face. Avi. I stare. That's all I can do is stare. He stares back at me for a moment, then clears his throat. Avi, hello! The space above my left eye throbs, and it sounds like I'm hearing two things at once from the same voice. Hmm. Patis intelligor. Do you understand? I'm probably just gonna do the English because I'm not too well at other languages. I'm sorry. I am a primarily English speaker. I took a little bit of Spanish, and that's about it. So I don't know. Again, the bizarre twitching in my eye, in my brain, and hearing two things at once. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. The room shifts and swirls a bit, and then slowly starts to settle again. The twitching in my head turns into a dull throb. I'm having a nightmare. Do you understand me? I stare at him, and he stares back. Calm, I don't know if the chip is working. What? The creature raises its hand to its head, rubbing at it. Well, he can speak, and it's translating. Can you understand me? When am I gonna wake up? He keeps staring at me, and automatically I respond to him. Yes? Ah, good. Seems it's finally working now. They take a moment to adjust to the host brain. I struggle to keep up with his words. I'm still hearing what he's saying. It's almost Italian with the inflections and the rolling R's, but at the same time, it's definitely not Italian. Still, I can understand what he's saying, like he's speaking my own language at the same time. It makes it hard to concentrate. What is your name? Ooh, what is our name, guys? Does anybody have any good suggestions? Does anybody have any good suggestions? I think I will ask the audience. Um and do not use your own name. Let's be original. Let's be original just a little bit. Because either that or it's going to be my primary first name, which is Mark. So it's up to you guys. Either we can just use my regular name that I'm using for EA. Damn it, Sam. Damn it, Leo. You want me to use Fallen? Oh, okay. I guess I got one vote for Fallen. Anybody else? Anybody think I just use Fallen? Now, do we want me to use Fallen Wolf or just Fallen? Just say Fallen. I mean, we don't know what time in history this is. This could be the far future. I mean, so I could technically be called Fallen Wolf. Go, Mark. Okay, go for Mark. Do it, Mark. Okay. Okay. Everybody saying do it, Mark. All right. We're gonna go with my plain regular name. Okay, go Mark. Okay, everybody says Mark. Okay, calm down, guys. I can't breathe. Can I breathe? Can I breathe? Please. Call yourself no, because it's gonna be so. It's gonna make no sense when we're trying to read lines because it's gonna mess up the. I bet you it messes up the dialogue. No. Maybe next game. Maybe next playthrough. No. We're just gonna. This is regular name, not Amicus, because it's gonna. I try to make the lines so messed up. All right, fine. We'll just use Mark. Oh, it does play. Okay, it is a modern story. Okay. No Darius voice, but oh, all right, fine. See, people are such party poopers. See, my audience is like, no, do not do the Darius voice. Well, now I already pressed Mark. It's too late now. His his expedient. I think I said that right. His expedient look almost forced the answer out of my mouth. Mark. Mark, beautiful. I am Amicus. The confusing double language I was hearing is starting to fade, and now only my own language comes from his mouth. By the way, I hope my Amicus voice is okay. I felt like I should give him like a roaming emperor voice, like a demanding voice. Not a demanding, but like a very high, like a high, confident voice. No, no, you're fine. You're a perfectly fine Snake Lord. I know you're joking. I can take jokes, believe me. The confusing double language I was hearing is starting to fade, and now only my own language comes from his mouth. It's odd, the words not quite matching up with his lips. What's even more distracting are the massive canines that continue to flash behind those lips. I need to get the hell out of here. Dream or not, I don't like the look of the teeth and claws on this thing. Ah, is the linguo having troubles again? I don't respond, instead glancing at the door just to the right and behind this Amicus. He frowns. Calm, you told me they're level 5. I can't even speak with it. It takes me a moment to realize he's not talking to me. I hear a soft chatter coming from the wolf, like someone's talking to him from a phone, but I can't see anything. Yeah, well, he kicked me in the chest. Amicus rubs at his chest with a frown. I mean, you can't just walk into somebody's bedroom and not expect to get hit. I mean, that's just, you know. Ooh, Leo, Mr. Leo, you are getting very naughty. The chat just started, and you guys are getting so naughty. I smell drama. More muffled speaking. Of course I didn't. He just kicked me. He's looking at me like he has no idea. More muffled speaking interrupts him. Oh, wait, what? Are you serious? Now he looks pissed. Now he looks pissed, and I press myself harder against the wall, trying to work up the courage to make a break for the door. How? Wait, so you're always offering me opinions on my mood, but you couldn't offer that? More muffled babbling, but the wolf thing interrupts it with a snarl. Well, what the hell do I do now? His lips are drawn back, and now I get to have a real good view of those canines. I stare wide-eyed at them, and that's when he seems to notice me again. He readjusts his expression into a smile, but I can still see a fang poking out. Hey, listen. Something about the way he acts, his expressions, demeanor. He's so human. Could you come with me outside for a quick moment? For some reason, the realization of his humanness makes me absolutely positive that this is a dream. This must be a character from a game or movie that I've seen. I shake my head slowly at him. Uh, um, please? I just stare, still waiting to wake up. I've had dreams where I couldn't wake up before. This is just one of those. I remember reading somewhere that if you aren't sure you're dreaming, you can plug your nose. If you can still breathe, then it's definitely a dream. But I remain frozen against the wall. The massive wolf sighs. Then his paw suddenly moves to his waist. I only have a I only have a moment to see some sort of device with multicolored lights before he moves, and my entire body seizes up and things go black. Well, guys, I I think we just died. Game's over, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I guess there wasn't even a choice. Like, this is a really short game. Like, we had no choice not to die. But I guess we were killed. I guess we didn't do something right. Maybe he didn't like our name. I don't know. I guess the game's over though. Well, let's see what's gonna happen now, because since we're dead. My body feels strangely numb. It's like when I wake up with a dead leg or arm, except right now it's my entire body. The only thing I can really feel is a sharp cold pain behind and above my left eye. I try to wiggle my fingers and hands, wondering if I'm having some sort of sleep paralysis. They move, at least I think they do. Everything's so dark. Am I still in the apartment? Usually there's a little bit of light coming from the balcony because of the street lamps, but everything is pitch black. I start to feel a little panicky, both from the numb feeling and also the idea that I might have gone blind somehow. Yeah, Sam, I've had dreams like that too. I've only had sleep paralysis is the worst. I only had sleep paralysis once where I literally woke up and I couldn't move my body. Like, I was actually up and I could not move my body. It was a terrifying, it was a terrifying sensation. And, with me and my brains, I should know what happened, but I just couldn't figure out what happened. But it was a little frightening. I start to feel a little panicky, both from the numb feeling and also the idea that I might have gone blind somehow. I try to remember what happened last. Did I go out somewhere? Maybe a club. The disco. Did I take something? I start to push myself up, and that's when I feel something soft under my hands. And something very hard under it, like concrete. Ooh, something hard. Something hard and soft at the same time. I wonder what it could be. I'm definitely not in a bed right now. Now I really am starting to panic, wondering if I've been kidnapped. I get on my hands and knees. Oh my. Thankful that at least the numb feeling is going away. I'm also relieved to find out I'm not blind. I see a soft glow of light outlining what's roughly the shape of a door in front of me. I open my mouth about to call out before I force it shut again. I have no idea where I am or how I got here, but I'm not liking the signs. My head throbs a little and I close my eyes tight, trying to study my breathing, listening to my heart pound. I definitely got back to my apartment and I remember going to bed, and then I remember... My eyes fly open as I remember that wolf creature staring at me with those blue eyes. Those beautiful blue eyes that I could just drown in. And those teeth. Teeth were made for biting. Oh my god, there's no way, there's no fucking way. Oh, language, Mr. MC. I know you've been kidnapped or possibly dead, but that is no need for rude manners. I open my eyes again and stare at the soft light, trying to listen. There's a constant hum of some kind, a whirring of a large machine. It's gentle and almost soothing, but it makes me think I'm in some sort of vehicle. But I don't feel anything, no bumps or turns. I slowly crawl toward the door, listening as hard as I can for voices, or movement, anything that might tell me someone's nearby. As I get close to the door, I do hear something, a type of beeping and chirping. Hey, listen! Listen, I don't bite much. You need to be talking to Amicus, because I don't know what he's gonna do, but I don't bite that much. Only tiny love bites. Tiny love bites. That's it. That's all. Just tiny love bites. Just among other bites. Language. Oh, I can't even do a McGonagall now. I can't even do it. I love Harry Potter, but I cannot do a McGonagall voice even close. As I get close to the door, I do hear something, a type of beeping and chirping. I stay in that position for what feels like a solid 15 minutes, not hearing anything more. I think I just said that. I think about trying to open the door, but I realize that might not be a great idea. I still don't know if that wolf is real. No, I know he isn't real. What's more likely is that someone slipped something into my drink and I hallucinated everything. I had laughed off my parents' warnings that tourists are vulnerable in Rome, but now that doesn't seem so crazy. Someone had drugged me, followed me to my apartment, then kidnapped me. I need something, a weapon, before I try opening the door. I feel like I'm in a closet of some kind, so there's probably something here that I can use. Slowly, I get on my knees and start moving forward, waving my hands out in front of me. Ooh, that sounds very yummy, Snake Lord. That sounds so good right now. If I can find the shelves, then I can just feel around for something solid, and... My hand sweeps what feels like a box, and what follows is a clank of metal as something falls to the floor. Not gonna lie, that startled me just a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I got a little startled by that. I didn't expect sound effects. I cringe, squeezing my eyes shut as the sound echoes around the room I'm in. I kneel there in complete silence, stunned, and that's when light spills over my body, followed by a large shadow. Oh hey, you're awake. Did you know he was awake? Yes, for approximately 0.2 hours. I swear to the gods, why are you so useless? I sit there, not having turned around yet, but the shadow gets bigger, and I feel it looming over me. Oh no, Amicus, don't hurt me, please. I'm just a frail little human boy. I get a whiff of lavender. Finally, I slowly turn my head and see the wolf. The best image. The best thing to wake up to. Perfect. He towers over me, his broad muscle pointed down so that he can look me right in the eye. While his size and general demeanor are intimidating, his eyes are warm and friendly. That doesn't really matter to me right now, as I realize that I hadn't been dreaming or hallucinating either. Or the dream hallucination is ongoing. The wolf moves towards me, and I immediately scoot back until the shelves behind me dig into my spine. By the way, we're in space! It's space! Space adventure! I freaking love space. I love sci-fi. I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I love sci-fi. Oh, space. Ooh, and it's got some Roman architecture in those seats. It's a polygon-shaped thing with a long cord running out of it. Remember, the human doesn't know about the Galaxis. Proceed with caution. Caution. The wolf's ears flick back before he visibly tries to write his expression into a smile. Hello, human. Sorry, I mean Mark, right? Again, I get caught up in watching the movements of his mouth counter to what I'm hearing in my brain. Then I notice that he's waiting, watching me intently. Open my mouth and close it, then nod. The wolf still stares at me, seeming not to understand. Right? The silence stretches on until I finally force myself to speak. Yes? It comes out in merely a whisper. Great, so now that we understand that, I can tell you that I'm from the star Stella Vita, very far from here. The wolf sets his paws far apart, his eyes widen as he emphasizes the distance. He's talking to me in a way one might to a very dumb 2-year-old. I live on a moon called Adastra. Do you know what a moon is? You live on what's called a planet. I stared at him for a moment, almost offended despite my continuing shock. Amicus, I'm not an idiot. Amicus smiles gently, but then again, he probably doesn't know much about humans. A moon is a large... I know what a moon is. Amicus blinks at me. Oh, the face! He's like, oh! He's like, oh, I love that face though. I love that shocky face. It looks beautiful. We have one. My words feel automatic. Actually, everything feels like it's on autopilot right now. Oh, well, I didn't know that. That's great! There's an awkward silence as the two of us stare at each other. The initial fear is wearing off. I feel that if this alien is meaning to hurt me, he would have done it by now. At least, for now. Amicus rubs his paws together nervously. Are you hungry? He motions at his mouth, then rubs his stomach while licking his lips. Oh, he's being such an ass! He's being such an asshole! He's like, you're... Markiplier song. I don't know, what is a Markiplier song? Somebody just mentioned Markiplier song. Guys, can I just say what we're all saying? Can I please be kidnapped by a handsome, hunky alien wolf like this guy? Please, please, where are the aliens at? Take me away right now. I'm ready for you. Bring in the probes. Bring in the probes. Bring them in. Ooh, bring in the probes, please. He motions at his mouth and rubs his stomach while licking his lips. Again, gestures and expressions that I have no trouble interpreting. The only alien thing about him is his appearance. I don't know. The wolf frowns, almost looking frustrated. His slow speech gets even slower. Well, why don't we give it a try then? Do you mean what, Decadus, do you mean with my voice, or you just mean just in general Amicus trying to explain that? Or do you mean the voice I'm using for him? Or both? Because, I mean, you know, I actually greatly enjoy playing Amicus. After all, don't you know that my Twitch name is King Fallenwolf. Actually, seriously, my Twitch name. I am going to use my Twitch eventually. Just I don't have the best computer right now, so I want to wait before I try to use Twitch. And Twitch would not be these kind of games anyway. It would just be normal baseline games like Call of Duty, Mass Effect, those kind of things. I guess my answers don't exactly make me seem intelligent, but I don't know how else to respond. Why don't you come out onto the deck with me? I'll make something. Amicus gives an exaggerated come on gesture with both paws as he walks backwards, straight into the wall as he misses the door. Oh, yeah, let's go, human. He rubs the back of his head with a wince before... Oh. Yeah, that would be very awkward. He rubs the back of his head. You know what? I almost want to make a video doing that just because it's great voice acting practice, and I love doing voice acting. This is gonna be a weird question. If you guys, any of you guys know anything like any like small additions for little small stuff, I would be more than welcome to auditioning. I know I need some work, but I really do an audition for some small video game parts and whatnot. So if you guys hear anything, feel free to send it my way. He rubs the back of his head with a wince before turning and walking out the door. Now, no need to call him names. He may be a dumb wolf, but he's a handsome dumb wolf. Don't you know? Hard to imagine this is our wolf daddy. Well, I don't know. Does he get better later in the game? I mean, right now, we're in the beginning. Maybe he gets better. I stare at the open door for a moment before slowly getting up and following him, walking over a brown shag rug, the soft thing I'd been laying on. Oh, suddenly music change. That's when I'm standing in the... Can you guys hear it? I know it's a little low. I'll raise up the volume just a little bit. Oh, we should probably save too. That probably... Well, you know, it doesn't even matter where we save right now because there's actually no real choice right now, which is actually a little bit surprising. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Turn up just a little bit. That's when I'm standing in the middle of what looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's small and cramped, but the amount of unfamiliar glowing technology is almost overwhelming. Glass panels cover almost every inch of the walls around me, displaying images and characters that I can't even come close to understanding. Straight ahead of me are large windows, looking out into blackness dotted with specks of light. MC, that's called space. Do you know what space is? Yes, yes, I have a severe lack of that in my butt. I don't even know what I just I don't even know what I apologize. That was terrible. I don't even know what I was thinking saying that. One day I'll get funny at my jokes. I apologize. I'm so sorry for that, guys. Specks of light? Oh, shoot. No. I'm in a spaceship. Where the hell is he taking me? Amicus is over to my right side, messing with what I can only describe as a large espresso machine growing out of the side of the spaceship. I did say Lewinus. I have dishonored. I did say I did say Lewinus. I have dishonored my entire family. I must die now. Farewell, guys. I must die now. I have lost my honor. I am so sorry. He's holding a cup under a nozzle, ducking down a little to stare at the opening. He notices me looking. Takes a while to warm up. I have to warn you, though, that it's not very good, but it's probably better than most of what you eat on your moon, planet, I mean. Just as he's taking, a very thick globule of brown sludge shoots out of the nozzle, half of it missing the cup. Ah, damn it. Alright, guys. I got 50-second detention. We gotta wait 50 seconds now. I just was punished. We gotta wait 50 seconds, though. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good enough. Back to the story. The wolf hastily moves the cup to catch the rest of it while reaching over with his other paw to snatch up a rag from a hook on the side of the machine. Sorry, this thing is near broken. Do you want to sit down? He nods his head over at one of the two seats in front of the windows. Just don't touch any of the bright lights, okay? I make my way over to the front of the deck, still wanting to wake up. I, st I stand beside the seat, reaching out to touch the soft red bristles of the helmet and the wings on the side. This only enforces the feeling that I'm hallucinating or dreaming. There's a strange Roman influence to Amicus in the ship, one that's almost cartoonish. Has my obsession over Rome gone too far? I can just imagine myself in some Italian hospital right now, babbling about Roman wolf aliens. Go on and sit. Amicus plants himself heavily in the seat next to mine, holding 2 cups of what looks like brown sludge. He holds one out to me. I take it gingerly before sitting down. Looking into the cup, the food has the consistency and look of half-melted chocolate ice cream. Except it's warm and smells like dirt, like literal mud. I scrunch my nose up at it, which Amicus notices. Yeah, it's not the best. I actually had some good food that I brought along with me, but I ate it all before I got here. The wolf shrugs and settles excitedly into a seat. So, tell me about where you're from. What's life like on Earth? Um, it's okay. Okay, well, what's your occupation? I'm a student. Oh, what discipline? I try to adjust to the surreal feeling of talking to this wolf. I don't know yet. I was looking into history, Greek and Roman studies. It seems confusing to him for some reason. Do you have an emperor? What's he like? I catch myself staring at his mouth again, at the weird way his mouth is unsynced with his words. No. Then how... I interrupt him. Why isn't your mouth matching up with the sounds you're making? Huh? Even with the spaceship and alien around me, it's the weird distortion of feeling like I'm watching a dubbed movie that has me most unsettled. Oh! Amicus points a finger at me to a spot just above my left eye. I gave you a linguo, it helps you understand me. I stare at him, but he doesn't offer anything more. How? Oh, well, it sort of attaches to the language center in the brain. It's very smart, it learns from the host brain and is able to interpret the 8 major Galaxis languages for them. And how does it do that? Well, our brains are structured in similar ways, at least among sapiens, so it works almost universally. So it's like the Star Trek Global Translator. Okay. Global Translator. I mean, Universal Translator, sorry. I don't know why I said. I'm sorry, Decadence. I know I haven't got to the good stuff yet. I'm trying. I will be playing for about another hour or two, so you have plenty of time. Honestly, Honestly, it's parental tech, so I'm not fully sure of how it works. None of us do, but it does work. Amicus continues to look at me, clearly concerned about something. But I'm concerned too. How did you get it into my brain? Uh, you ask a lot of questions. I stare at him. Well, this is all kind of new to me. Should I not be asking questions? It's fine, I've just never had a child ask me questions, really. Anyway, there's a device that inserts it. I was lucky to find one left over on the ship. Inserts it? I rub the spot between my eye and eye socket, the skin slightly tender. Does it hurt? That should wear off in a few hours. I stare at Amicus for a few moments, then down into my cup, feeling a bit sick. Staring at the brown mush isn't helping. Need help with that? You can eat it like this. He dips his muzzle down towards his own cup. He sticks out a long, thick pink tongue, pressing it into the sludge before cupping it and bringing it back up into his mouth. Oh yeah, Amicus, you eat that sludge. Yeah, you do. You eat that sludge, you dirty boy. He pulls a bit of face before smiling. Not terrible. Then he looks at me a bit closer. Wait, you do have a tongue, right? I stare back at him for a moment before setting the cup to the side of the armrest. What are you doing? Huh? What is all this? Where are you taking me? At this point, I'm starting to get over the shock. I'm also starting to get annoyed at this alien's complete disregard for basically everything to do with me. You kidnapped me, you left me in a closet, you're feeding me what looks like shit, and now you tell me you jabbed something into my brain? Amicus actually flinches at that. Does it still hurt? I can give you a pain manager. I don't really want anything from you. What is all this? The wolf just stares at me wide-eyed. It's like he didn't even consider me being capable of being upset. Hey, it's okay. You kidnapped me. I feel myself getting more panicked, both from the realization of what's happened and what's currently happening. No, well, I mean, you, like, tased me or something. Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! And that's our meme. That's our one meme for this stream. Ew, Tor, why? I know what you're referencing. I feel sick. Don't, please. That's. I don't want to think about that. I haven't thought about that in years. I don't want to think about it now. What? You electrocuted me. No, it's not electricity. That doesn't make it better. For a brief moment, I think about overpowering this wolf, somehow turning the ship around if I can figure it out. Sensing hostile intent, proceed with caution, Amicus. Amicus doesn't say anything, and I see him gripping into his cup tightly. I get the odd feeling that he didn't expect me to point these things out to him. Did he think that I was that unintelligent? I can tell he's calculating something in his head right now, and that makes me nervous. Maybe I should have just played dumb. We stare at each other for a long while until Amicus' steely gaze forces me to look away. I choose to glance up at the ceiling, deciding to change the subject and give myself some time to just think. What is that thing? Amicus clears his throat. What? That voice. I nut up at the ceiling in the vague direction where I heard the sound come from. The thing that can apparently sense my hostile intents. Oh. Amicus looks up at the ceiling too. That's time to try to figure out how to say words. That's computatorum. That's computatorum. I think I said it right. If I didn't, oh well. Or Com. He's pretty annoying, aren't you, Com? I can provide diagnostics on the ship, on the mood and competence of crewmates on. Thank you, Com. Anyway, he's not actually a sapient. He's a program that can process language and spit out information stored in his database. Amicus pauses. I'm sorry, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. I think I do. Artificial intelligence, maybe? I reach distinctly for the pocket of my jeans, but I remember that I left my phone on the bedside table. Amicus's eyes widen once again, and again I wonder if I should be keeping my mouth shut. Revealing how much I know seems to be some sort of trigger for him. Ah, so have you been in space before? No? I look out the window staring at the stars. Okay, have your people ever been to space? No. No, we haven't. Do you know what atoms are? Nuclear energy, maybe? No. Based on Nexus analysis on Earth, these statements appear to be misleading, Amicus. I was about to say, like, if this takes in modern times, like, you guys, I was like, what are you talking about? We've been into space before. We have nuclear energy. We know about the atom. We have atom bombs, you know. Ooh, this computer, I'm hating Com right now. Com, you know, Com, you need to calm down. I look back at Amicus and we stare at each other in silence for a long moment. Then I realize how absurd all this is. What do you want with me? Amicus looks away, seeming to think. Well, it's... Oh, new sprite. Well, it's part of a program on my planet to introduce new aliens to the Galaxis. What is that? It's the Greater Galactic Civilization, Mark. It's a gradual strategy to slowly introduce Earth to the idea of other sapients. Oh, is this happening to other humans? Yes. I contemplate this for a moment. And when you're done showing me, you'll take me back? There's a momentary pause that I don't like very much. Yes. I imagine that I'd hear, these statements appear to be misleading from Com right now if you were on my side. I look into my cup of brown sludge again. Well, To be honest, I'm not all that interested, so could you just take me back now? Amicus stares at me. I've got school and a family. They don't know where I am right now. Well, I mean, don't you want to see the galaxy? I really think that would be amazing for someone like you that hasn't seen it before. The wolf starts fidgeting with his paws. Amicus, are you lying? Oh, Amicus, what are you doing to me? You're lying to me, aren't you? The wolf starts fidgeting with his paws, not looking at me, choosing to stare at the windows. He isn't wrong. It would be pretty cool to see the galaxy, but not with someone like him, who kidnapped me, taking me somewhere for a reason that he isn't telling me. No, I actually want to go home right now. Amicus stares at me for a full 10 seconds before looking away. How about we wait until we get to my home, then we can discuss it. No, take me back. Oh, I feel my heart hammering in my chest as I start to realize that this alien is definitely not going to take me back. I stand up and Amicus flinches and brings his paws up to his chest as if I'm going to attack him. We stay like that for a moment. I'm breathing hard, staring down at the wolf while Amicus stares back up at me wide-eyed. Finally, Amicus lets out a big sigh looking back out the window. Okay, I'm gonna take you back. I'm sorry. I watch him for a moment, looking for signs of sincerity, but he still won't look at me. Really? Yes, but it's complicated. We're on a trajectory for Ad Astra. It'll take time for us to turn around. I keep watching him, not sure what to do. I feel like he's lying, but if he is, there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm stuck here with him, probably millions of miles from Earth, with no way of knowing how to get back. So I just stand there, arms folded tightly against my chest, staring out at the window too. That's when I see a star brighter than all the others, almost too bright to look at. Is that the sun? The what? Is that my star, my planet star? Amicus squints in the direction I'm looking in. Oh yeah, that... oh yeah, that's your star. I can't remember the name we have for it, it's a bunch of numbers. How far away are we? Not far, we could get back there in no time. Amicus stands up next to me, seeming to stretch. So, are we going back? Yeah, just gotta do it in a way that doesn't waste too much energy. I still have to get back to Adastra after all. I stare in the direction of the sun again, my gaze slightly averted from the piercing dot. How long has it been since I was kidnapped? I wonder if my friends have alerted the school or even the authorities. How am I going to explain this? There's a movement to my right, and just as I'm turning to look, something cold presses into the side of my neck. A familiar sensation of my muscles tightening up makes me slam back into the seat. At the same time, my mind seems to wipe clean. Empty. Suddenly, I'm surrounded by soft and warm gray fur. Oh, Amicus, you traitor! You traitor! I feel like a limp blanket as I'm flopped around, my muscles like jelly. It's not a bad feeling, in fact, I kind of feel great. I would smile if my facial muscles were working. I'm laid on the ground and then my arms are pushed behind me. Something starts to wind around my wrist. Still detecting consciousness from the human. Insufficient charge used. I used it on the lowest setting. I think I hit him with too much last time. Looks like he's mostly out anyway, though. I hear ragged breathing in my ears, my arms jerked around. Damn it, he's more sapient than any child I've known. Sensing distress, would you like a stress tablet, Amicus? Maybe, even as intelligent as a wolf, well, almost. If they'd been to space, then they're far past level 5. I try to open my eyes, but the eyelids are too heavy to lift. Maybe level 10? My brain isn't really working either. I can't seem to focus. Padded footsteps move around my head. Okay, that scared me just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna joke. I jumped just a little bit. I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. Oh my god. Then I hear what sounds like an alarm, followed by something I can't really explain. My mind startles as that deep voice starts up again. What do I do now? I messed this up about as badly as I could have. Solutions, Calm. Solutions. Consider returning the human back to Earth. I have no evidence left behind. It's unlikely his statements would be believed. Too late for that since I just activated the stretch drive. Yes, that was inadvisable. Yeah, well, I don't know how advanced his species is. If he was being misleading, then that means they're spacefaring. They could have patrols in their star system. I wanted to get out as soon as possible. You know you could have offered the solution before I did that. You've set me to minimal interruptions. Next solution. Consider termination of the human and incineration of the remains through the radiation of the stretch drive. No! Next solution. Consider taking the human to Adastra and use him as your pet as you originally planned. From there, you may pass him off as less sapient. It is unlikely you will be questioned. Listen, we just met. Excuse me? We just met? I don't know if I know you well enough to be your pet. And I'm definitely not calling you master. At least not yet. I don't know, he already despises me, and after what I just did. Amicus, alternative solutions point to a higher likelihood that the monitors will be alerted to your actions. Proceed with caution. Come, please wipe the last 10 minutes of conversation, then go into sleep mode until I wake you. I need to think. Wiping memory, entering sleep mode. A few more moments of silence go by and I feel a wave of fatigue. I start to fall asleep. The padded footsteps move closer to me and I feel a presence looming. Then something heavy and soft rests on my forearm. I'm sorry, this was a mistake. Beep boop pet. Beep boop. Then I'm dragged for a little while before I come to rest on something shaggy and soft. Then silence. Then sleep. Oh no. So we're... oh no. Uh-oh. I float in a void of nothingness. Not even blackness. Nothingness. The feeling of having no sense of self. The boundaries of my being having no boundaries. It makes me panic. I'm still here, but nothing else exists. Am I all there is? I feel the borders of my sanity start to bend and break. It only lasts a moment before something massive and all-encompassing grabs hold of me. Instantly I'm comforted, calmed by a sense of complete security. Excuse me, Decadence. I'll have you know that I am usually the master. I can add you to my list of pets if you would like. If you have any more smart comments, I am more than willing to make you my pet. So you might wanna be a little careful there. Just saying. Instantly, I'm comforted, calmed by a sense of complete security. All is as it should be. I crack my eyes open to a gray ceiling, the familiar hum of the ship in my ears. My back aches as I feel my hands bunched up underneath me, making me arch uncomfortably. The numbness isn't there like last time. Instead, it just feels like I woke up from a deep sleep. I can tell I'm back in the utility closet laying on the shag rug, but the door's open allowing me to actually see. Slowly, I turn my head just a bit and I'm able to vaguely make out the small deck that I've just been in. I see Amicus to the far right, both his paws resting on the counter, with the food dispenser looking down at a panel. He's got his back to me at an angle, one foot crossed behind the other, his tail swishing back and forth while he mumbles to himself. As slowly as I can, I turn over to my side, trying not to let out a groan of relief as my back and hands are relieved of pressure. I grimace through the pain of having blood rush back into my fingers. That's when I realize that my hands are tied at the wrist behind my back with a cord of some kind. The ends of it dangle through my fingers and it feels smooth and metallic. Some slow movements with my hands tells me immediately that they haven't been tied well. My left hand is fairly secure, but the loop around my right is loose. Real quick, guys, also, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to be getting a webcam soon, and when I get a webcam soon, you know what that means. You'll actually get to see my pretty face. And, you can't see it right now, but I'm smiling very, happily at you guys. I'm actually looking forward to having a webcam. It will be fun, and when I get a webcam, you know what else is gonna happen? I'm gonna dress in character for every video I do. God help me. Because I really would actually dress up as something like Amicus. Not exactly like, well, no, actually Amicus' uniform is not that hard. Get a nice red cape, a nice gold bangle, and some short jean shorts. And I am Amicus. My left hand is fairly secure, but the loop around my right is loose. I get the feeling that if I pull hard enough, I might be able to slip it, and just like that, it comes out. My shoulder jerks when I do that, and I freeze, waiting to see if Amicus might notice. He goes on staring down at the panel, leaning forward to rest his chin on a fist. Casius is probably going to figure it out right away. I know it. Amicus sighs and hunches over further. Who's Casius? That is so hurtful. You know what, guys? That's so hurtful. Leo's being so mean right now. He's making fun of my body. I can't do this anymore. He's making fun of my body! Oh, I wish. I wish I had pecs. Sadly, I do not have pecs. I would love to have a body like Amicus. Because Amicus has that perfectly... Amicus actually has a very realistic muscular body. Like, he doesn't really have six-pack, but he's just like, you know, he has like that bulky build, which I'm perfectly fine with. But he has a little bit of muscle to show for it. But, no, I will not be showing pecs, sadly. But, I will show everything else. I don't know now though, cause Leo is being very hurtful, and I'm crying right now. I'm so sad right now. Like I'm like, I thought you were my friend, Leo. I let out the breath I'm holding as quietly as I can before I start looking around, moving my head as little as possible. On the shelves are a variety of different objects that I can't identify. They all have a heavy industrial look to them, and I know that I could use any of them as a weapon. I don't know who that is. Oh, wait, you know what? Not true. I think I might have seen some art of him. If it's who I think it is. If you mentioned white, if he's like a white wolf, then I've seen him. I don't know really what he's like, but I've seen him. You sure? Because this... we'll have to see, though. Hopefully we'll get to see him before this video ends. The stream ends. They all have a heavy industrial look to them, and I know that I could use any of them as a weapon. There's a long pipe-like object at the end of the bottom shelf, and I imagine hefting that in both hands, bringing the end of it down on top of that stupid wolf's. Amicus suddenly straightens up, and I stiffen, closing my eyes. I hear the wolf move, padding in my direction. That continues until there's a pause, and I can feel his presence standing in the doorway. I crack up an eye just a tiny bit to see what he might be doing. I get a vague image of him standing over me, looking down. Oh, boy. Hello, human. Mark? I don't move, and I breathe as evenly as I can. Hello? He must know I'm awake. I can feel myself shaking from all the tension. Damn it. Amicus mumbles to himself and he turns away, moving back towards the deck. That's when I realize that this might be my best chance to make my move. He's not going to take me back. He's knocked me out twice, and that's reason enough to do what I'm about to do. As quietly as I can, I roll over and reach out for the metal pipe. By some miracle, I manage not to clank it against the metal rack it's on. Quietly, I bring it up in both hands as I stand. It's heavy, a lot heavier than I expected, but I can manage it. I focus on the retreating wolf's back and move at a half run, my bare feet allowing me to quietly pad toward him. Oh, are we about to kill somebody? I hope we're not about to kill somebody, because this is a PG-13 stream, and I don't condone murder. Despite that, I see his ears come up at the last second. His body's starting to shift in a way that tells me he's about to turn around. And I swing. What happens next is something that I can't explain. I aim for his head, wanting to cause as much damage as possible, not really thinking about the consequences of what might happen if I seriously injure or even kill him. But for some inexplicable reason, the trajectory of my swing suddenly dips down, as if caused by some invisible magnet, making me miss Amicus's head. The strange force doesn't lessen the power of my swing, though, as it carries through to land with a hard, meaty thump into the side of the wolf's thick neck. Ah! Amicus cringes, both paws. Guys, you know what? Wait, hold on. It might be copyright, but damn it, I have the perfect theme for this. Hold on. You guys might be knowing. I have the perfect theme. Oh wait, it's still going. What the hell? It's still going. I can't quiet it down. No, quiet down. I want to do this. Damn it! It's not working. Oh, it's not gonna work. Oh, can I not? It's not quieted down. No, I wanted to do it so badly. Alright. Oh, you guys probably know what it was about to be. Damn it! I was so ready to do it too. Well, no, you don't have to spoil it for me, but if I get close to a scene that's not PG-13, please let me know so I can quickly put something into distance. But you know, guys, I was going to play the Star Trek music. You know the one. But it won't quiet down. I can't do it. There has to be a way to quiet this down. Damn it. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. I think I might play the music. Okay. If I can find the Star Trek thing I'm thinking of. I think it's from Star Trek. Oh, I have to do it. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do it. I have to do it. No, no, I can't find it. Oh, I gotta start saving some of this music. All right, I give up. All right, we'll just deal with the regular music. I need to find it again. Oh, that's gonna bother me so much because I really was getting excited for that. Because I can't remember what it's called. Okay, anyway, I wanted the da 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 da. It would have fit so perfectly. All right, anyway, Amicus. Amicus cringes, both paws moving to cover the back and side of his neck, dropping into a crouch. He looks back at me, his eyes wide and wild, an expression that sends a shot of fear in my body. I suddenly see him as a wild animal, a wild, scared, and very angry animal. I raise the pipe again over my head to bring it down on the head I'm just missed, but Amicus is fast. He leaps up from the crouch in an upward and forward motion straight into my chest. I wheeze but manage to stay on my feet as the wolf carries me backward to slam against the wall of the deck. Amicus snarls in my face, teeth bared, one eye wincing shut. I struggle, but there's no way. He handles me like a rag doll, like a toy. This must be how someone feels during a wild animal attack, completely helpless, suddenly wondering why evolution left us so damn defenseless. What the hell are you doing? Ah! Amicus yells at me as he lets go of my wrist to put a paw to his neck, cringing as he does. Damn it! I struggle with my freed hand, grabbing Amicus's face and trying to gouge his eyes and nose. Jesus, MC's fighting for his life right here. Oh, we're fighting for our life right now. The wolf immediately lets go of his neck and grabs the pipe. He wrenches it away, but I try to hold on and almost get lifted off my feet. He swings it one way, then violently in the other direction, throwing me to the floor of the deck as I lose my grip on my weapon. Amicus advances on me as I lay flat on my back, staring up at him wide-eyed, realizing how big of a mistake I've made thinking I can handle a 7-foot-tall, muscle-bound wolf. Oh shit, whoa, I just missed that. No, I just missed that. I wonder if he's gonna come at me with the pipe, but he throws it to the side. He starts to lean over me, still snoring. Ooh, nice sound effect, by the way. You little... you little prick, this time I'll bind you up to your shoulders. How does that sound? He grabs up one of my arms, trying to pull me back up, but I go limp. Get up, otherwise I'll make you. He grabs my other arm. That's when I notice his wide stance over me and a particular bulge between his legs. MC, this is not the time to be focusing on bulges. You're fighting for your life here. Get your priorities together. But even though, by the way, he does have a nice bulge, just saying. That's when I notice. I hardly think about it. Drawing back one foot, I launch it as hard as I can into his crotch. I feel a distinctly soft form get flattened under my foot as it gets trapped between the force of my kick and the substantial weight of Amicus' body. Oof. If there was any doubt in my mind that this male alien would be affected any differently compared to a male human, his reaction quashed it. Amicus freezes, eyes wide, hunching over me even further while his thighs snap together, trapping my foot. We both stay frozen for an awkward length of time as I stare at what I'd just done, and that's when I see that device hanging on his waistband, the one that he had been using to knock me out. I struggle to pull my foot free of the surprisingly tight embrace of his thighs, while at the same time pulling my hands out of his now limp grasp. I reach for his waist, grabbing the device. Ooh, guys, I have 8 people watching right now. We need one more and make it 10. I think I'll be the biggest. This is some serious... Excuse me, this is not foreplay. We are fighting for our lives here. Amicus probably got distracted by the unexpected nutshot. Doesn't seem to notice, and I finally yank my foot free. As I stumble to my feet, the alien... Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned. The art style for this game, from what I've seen, is perfect. I think it is a perfect blend of... It's cartoony, yes. It is a little cartoony, but it's, like, just the right amount of cartoony without being ridiculous. Like, it's... Oh, I love the... I think my favorite thing about the art style for this person is the coloring. His color and shading is so good. He does such a great job of shading with colors. Oh, I love his art. And by the way, if you do not know what I'm talking about, the person name, I believe the artist name is Haps, If you enjoy what you see, feel free to give their Twitter a look-see. They are the artists for this game, and they make some really good stuff. And they do commissions. As I stumble to my feet, the alien half-heartedly grabs at me, and I struggle against his paws before reaching for his red cape and pulling it over his head. Amicus finally stumbles back, one paw flying to his crotch, the other struggling with his cape as he stays bent over, mouth hanging open, making a weird gasping sound like he was holding his breath. I look at the device in my hands, desperately trying to understand how to use it. A glass panel takes up most of the face of the device, like a phone, but two metal prongs stick out at one end. I frantically push at the screen and it comes to life, displaying a vertical bar. Above a tenth of it is filled from the bottom with a light blue color. I push at it with my thumb, waiting for something to happen, for electricity to start arching between the prongs or something. Instead, the bar fills with the slide of my thumb. I push it all the way up until the color turns a dark violet. Oh, he doesn't have a cape on anymore. Oh, he's ready to fight! I hear a snarl and see Amicus finally tear the cape off before he comes at me again, one paw still over his crotch, the other reaching out for me. I don't have time to think. I just duck under his approaching paw and press the prongs as hard as I can into his body. It sinks into his stomach and I hear the wolf make a huff sound into my ear. There's a pause as nothing seems to happen. Then I press harder and squeeze the device, and the result is instinct. There's no sound, but Amicus' body seizes violently, shaking as if he's having a seizure. Oh no, did we kill him? The muscles in his stomach tense hard and push the device back out a few inches. I hold it there, not wanting to let up in case it isn't enough, in case he'll just recover and come at me again. After a few seconds, the wolf seizing and shuddering stops on its own. I start to pull back and get a glimpse of Amicus' face. His muzzle hangs open, foam and drool hanging from his chin, his eyes rolling back in his head. It's a scary sight, so I try to back away, and Amicus comes with me, the contact with the device having been the only thing keeping him balanced. His weight takes me down, and the next thing I know is that I'm flat on my back, struggling to breathe as Amicus' incredible weight crushes me into the metal deck. He practically envelops me with his soft, furry body, his big head resting on my chest. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I know! Did we kill him already? I think we might have killed him. I stare down at him, watching his black lips and eyelids twitch, his tongue hanging out as he makes sporadic snorting noise sounds. I gasp in strain as I spend the next minute working myself out from under him, grimacing as his foamy drool smears on my chest. Ugh, dog drool. Ugh. Finally, I manage to break free of his dead weight and crawl a few feet away, spending a few moments catching my breath. I look back at his still twitching form, his rump stuck slightly up in the air. Ooh, you know what that means, guys. It means parties. It means it's time for a party. It means it's time for a party. Ooh. Time to pull out Darius. It's time to pull out the balloons. If you know what I mean, of course. I look back at his still twitching form, his rump stuck that way. I'll just repeat it up. I wonder how long I had before he wakes up. There's a long, shiny, thin cord around my left wrist, and I start to work at the knot. It's a strange material, smooth and metallic, yet it bends as easily as rope. It's a pain in the ass getting it undone, though. It's like the dumb wolf just put as many knots into it as he could. He probably had no idea what he was doing, and now it makes sense why I was able to get out of it so easily. While I'm undoing the mess, I keep looking over at him. The twitches and snorts are subsiding, which I'm not sure is a good thing or not. Come on. I grunt as I finally pull the last tangle out, straightening the metal rope thing out in both my hands. I look between it and the knocked out wolf in front of me, giving my head a little shake. What the fuck is even happening? Mark is literally, I am literally saying what everybody's thinking. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening here? I get to work planting my butt on Amicus as I pull both of his paws behind his back. I have some difficulty keeping my balance as I lift his heavy arms and start winding the rope around his wrists. I'm not exactly an expert at tying hands behind backs either, but I feel far more confident in my work than Amicus ever should have in his own. I guess his carelessness makes some sort of sense considering I'm a tiny human and he's a giant canine. He probably thought he'd just be able to toss me back into the closet if I got free. I look over my work, somewhat satisfied. Alright, guys, let's try this again. See, the stream was going so well. I got this. I'm gonna fix it up real quick. Let's try this again. Come on, work for me. There we go. Alright. Good thing I saved. I make sure to save. Should work now. Sorry. It's working. It's working. I got it. I got it, guys. I stare mesmerized and suddenly feel sick at the sight. I avert my eyes, looking at the wall while I watch the strange light show out of the corner of my eye. Are those stars? Are we in some sort of wormhole? Or what's it called? Hyperspace? I start to get the feeling that I'm very, very far from Earth now, which makes me feel even more sick. I want to keep my mind off of it, so I set about searching the deck for more of the metal rope, trying to ignore that we might be moving at the speed of light into the depths of space. I don't have much luck. Most everything in the ship is flushed to its surface with very few moving parts. I end up going back to the utility closet, and that's when I see that metal polygon with the long cord sticking out of it, the one I knocked off the shelf earlier. Listen, Leo, Fallenwolf is a great leader. Fallenwolf is a great leader, and he is one of, if not the strongest, leader of the, can't talk today. The Fallen Pack is one of the greatest, if not the greatest pack in the world. So, you can make fun of it all you want, but, soon, first the world, and then we take over the galaxy. I lean over and pull at it, decide that it should hold, even if it's more plasticky, not metal. 5 minutes later, and I have his legs bound together. I search around for the taser for another minute before finding it pinned between Amicus's chest and the desk. I'm hot and sweaty as I finally sit back against the opposite wall, staring at the face-down wolf in his bindings. I weigh the taser in my hand, going over... Listen, bro! Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! Alright, 2 memes this time. Going over scenarios in my mind for what I'm gonna say to him when he wakes back up. I'm not sure how long it takes, an hour, maybe 2 before Amicus starts to stare. First he groans and he rolls over a few times, then draws up his bound legs before trying to work his paws free. Finally, he opens his eyes, and because he's on his side, I'm the first thing he sees. He squints, frowns, then groans again, turning over onto his stomach. What the hell? I clear my throat and swallow, trying not to show how nervous I am. Yeah, what the hell? You tased me, bro. Again. I thought you were my bro. What? Amicus turns his head to look at me again, then looks away, letting out another groan. Oh, my stomach. What did you do? Exactly what you did to me. I hold up my taser, turning it in the light so that the wolf can fully see it. Amicus stares at it for a moment before letting its face fall back to the floor of the deck. Oh gods, I feel like I'm on fire. Did you use it at full power? What the hell is wrong with you? Despite my fear and anxiety over this entire situation, I'm able to feel indignant. Me? You did the same thing to me, then lied to me, then tased me again, then tied me up. You're crazy. I would never use full power on anyone. Ugh. Amicus seems to ignore my rant as he rolls onto his back, arching over his tied paws, probably stretching out the muscles that I'd hit with the taser. I wait a while longer, listening to the grunts, groans, and complaints as Amicus continues to whine. I'm not that stupid, though. I could tell he's stalling for time, trying to figure out a way to get out of this. I stand up. Take me home. Amicus opens one eye, glaring at me. What? I said take me home. Amicus goes quiet for a moment, his eyes closed. Then he forces himself to sit up, visibly cringing as he's forced to use his stomach muscles. He scoots back with more complaints until he plants his back against the wall behind me. I see his shoulders shift, then his bicep bulging, and tell that he's working and testing the restraints. Oop, real quick, I have a, Oh, never mind, we're good. I raised the taser. Stop moving or I'm gonna hit you again. Fuck off. Oh, Amicus! Oh, he's pissed. Oh man, he's not too happy. I move towards him, brandishing the taser like a sword. Hey, hey, hey! Amicus kicks his feet up, trying to block my attack. Now I see a real fear in his eyes. Then stop moving and tell me how we get back. I don't really want to shock him again. It did look really painful, and on top of that, I don't want to knock him out for hours while his little ship is hurtling through space. Amicus glares up at me for a moment, his feet still in the air before he slowly lowers them. I'll show you if you let me go. I actually laugh at the sound seems to startle the wolf. Are you kidding me? Why should I trust you at all after what you've done to me? Amicus's ears flatten. Tell me where the hell you're taking me and why, otherwise I will zap you again. What, He seems at a loss for words. I can't tell you. I glare, and for a moment I consider just jabbing him again right then and there. Why not? The wolf remains silent as he looks away from me. I feel myself getting even more angry. I'm tired of this alien holding me hostage. Well, I guess I'll just have to figure it out on my own then. I turn away and start moving toward the front of the deck. Amicus shifts around behind me. Oops, excuse me. What? You don't know the first thing about this ship. Don't! The big wolf grunts as he tries to get his feet under him. Don't touch anything! I ignore him and move to the panels, looking them over. The big one in the middle looks promising, and I start poking at it. Ooh, the shiny button makes me want to touch it. And yeah, he is a college student, so he is of age. I mean, he still kidnapped him, which is wrong, but he is of age. I know I won't be able to figure out how to turn the ship around, but the wolf's worry over me touching the panels gives me an idea. I can probably mess things up to the point where he'll have to tell me what he's doing, or even how I might be able to get back. There aren't many other options aside from torturing him, something I don't really want to do. The lines and shapes move my finger, and Roman numerals pop up randomly here and there. Oh, hello, by the way, Bad Coon. I did not even see you. How are you doing? Did you just join in the? I think you just joined in the stream. How are you doing today? The lines and shapes move my finger, and Roman numerals pop up randomly here and there. Press the shiny button. Press it. Press it. Don't be afraid. The big button would not hurt you much. The lines and shapes move my finger, and Roman numerals pop up randomly here and there. Hey, what are you doing? Amicus huffs and puffs behind me, and blows my house down, if you know what I mean. Just as the circle appears and compresses around my finger like it's zeroed in on something. I look back to see Amicus hoppling up on his tied together feet, looking just about ready to topple over. You have no idea what... I feel a soft vibration under my finger, not unlike my phone's haptic feedback. Overriding sleep mode, locked onto Stella 556425. No, calm! Stop last directive! Voice commands for piloting are reserved for the Emperor, Amicus. Human, stop! Amicus starts hopping toward me on his bound feet, and I scramble to the side so he doesn't run into me. No, no, no! The wolf stares down at the Oh, okay, I didn't even realize you've been here for a while, Bad. The wolf stares down at the panel, and I look out the window as the stars seem to curve all the way to my right, making me feel sick again, and the next thing I know... Oh, no. Oh, we're heading straight to the sun. We're not... MC, we're not Superman! We can't fly to the sun! We're not gonna get stronger, we're gonna die! Run for your life! The cabin is lit up by an ominous red glow. The windows suddenly tint, blocking the worst of the light, and that's when I'm able to see a massive ball of fire in front of the ship. The size of it is incredible. Orbital trajectory will intersect with photosphere. Ensure safety straps are in place, making corrective maneuvers. I only have a moment to wonder what the hell Com is talking about before Amicus and I are thrown sideways into the left window of the ship. The impact is mostly cushioned by Amicus' body, and I hear him yell and curse under me. Move! Get in the seat! I struggle to reach out to the seat in front of me, but I can barely lift my hand. The gravity of the star is so powerful, I feel like it's gonna suck out my soul. Then I'm suddenly boosted up by something behind me, and I look back, the movement making me feel like my neck is gonna break. I see Amicus with a back planted against the window, his feet pushing me up to the seat. I manage to grab the armrest and pull myself into it. Now the left armrest is digging painfully into my back, making it feel as if a professional wrestler is slamming me into a backbreaker. Amicus jumps from the window high enough that his feet land against the right side of my chair. Then he jumps again, managing to wedge himself in the footwell of the opposite seat. Heat shields are compromised. Expect heat damage to outer layer of ship in 30 seconds. With a great deal of snarling and gasping, he pushes himself awkwardly into the seat, both feet planted against the panels in front of him for leverage. He turns to me, teeth bared, a determined look in his eyes. Look at your right arm. Look at your right armrest. Do you see the green panel between the red buttons? Through the shock, I'm somehow able to understand him and look down. Now, drag your finger across it to the left. It'll steer the ship. I feel panic starting to rise in my chest at the idea of steering a goddamn spaceship. What? Just do it. Point us away from the star. I do as I'm told, sliding a thumb gingerly over the green panel. And slowly the ship turns, pointing away from the star, shifting the incredible force of gravity until it's pulling us back into the seats. Now, see that lever in between us? Yeah? Pull it down. Now reaching my hand out is almost impossible as it gets pulled back toward the star behind us. Gritting my teeth, I lean forward as hard as I can, practically throwing myself forward and grabbing onto the lever. Then gravity does the rest of the work and the lever comes down hard. Oh wow, decadence. That was terrible. It was terrible but funny. I lose my grip and get thrown back into my seat. The gravity increases twofold, and for a moment it feels like my entire body is being crushed into a pancake. And then the burning orange light is gone and the deck goes black. Running diagnostics, Amicus. Yes, Com. Damage to the ship is severe. Recovery mode is required. Enter recovery mode. Stand by. Oh, are we gonna be stranded in space? Oh fuck, are we gonna be stranded in space? We sit in silence for a long time. I lean against the seat with both feet drawn up to my chest, feeling numb and shaky. I also feel stupid, embarrassed, and kind of guilty. On one hand, I nearly just got us both killed. But on the other hand, this crazy alien almost killed me by bringing me out here in the first place. At least it feels that way. I still don't know what his ultimate plan is with me. I wonder for the 100th time if I'm gonna wake up. Ooh, by the way, that is so pretty. I plug my nose and try to breathe through my nostrils. No air comes through. I sigh and look out the window at the blue glow that we found ourselves in. The star that we just escaped is far away now, though it's still an almost blinding tiny orb far to my left, kind of like the sun was not too long ago. It's lighting up all of this dust that's around us with an eerie blue glow. It's kind of calming. I look over at Amicus and see him slumped in his chair, looking out the window. His shoulders are hunched, ears drooping, and his head down. He's on the edge of his seat because his arms are still being tied behind his back, forcing him to lean forward a bit. Com hasn't spoken since we went into recovery mode, and the ship hasn't moved at all. The usual hum isn't even there. It's like everything is turned off. I finally decide to break the silence. Amicus? I see his ears flick, but he keeps his head down, not even looking at me. I swallow and try again. Amicus? I see his shoulders rise and fall in a deep sigh, but he keeps silent. I'm about to just give up and slump back into my seat when he suddenly responds. What? What's happening? The wolf turns to glare at me. What do you mean, what's happening? You broke the ship. He turns away and continues to sulk. I feel a little anger at that, and I realize that this alien isn't an alien at all. He's acting just like an upset human kid that didn't get his way. It makes me a little less afraid of him. Excuse me? Do I have to go through the list of shit that you did to me? Amicus turns to me again, and I can almost see his mind working to think of some sort of comeback. Well, I think you topped it by nearly throwing us into a star, human. You shouldn't have kidnapped me in the first place, wolf. I should be calling you child, since that's what you are. Well, this child outsmarted you, zapped you, and tied you up. I see him bristle, the hackles rising on his shoulders like a dog. You could have killed me. That setting is meant for creatures 3 times my size. How was I supposed to know? I don't know anything about what's going on. I told you what's going on. You really think I'm stupid, don't you? Amicus pouts and turns away again. I think you thought I was some stupid alien you could just take advantage of. I could tell you've been lying to me this whole time. Amicus flattens his ears even more, shoulders bunching up. Is that what you and your people do? Kidnapping and lying to everyone you meet? Now his hackles really rise up and he turns on me fast. I try not to lean back. Despite the similarities, he's still a wolf, and those teeth are terrifying. I do not lie. I. The wolf's righteous indignation seems to deflate. The situation is too complicated for you to understand. I glare at him. Who's tied up again? Amicus doesn't take the bait this time and remains slumped. I guess it doesn't matter now. We're probably going to die out here with how badly the ship is burned. That makes my stomach twist a bit. I want to ask him if he's just moping or if he actually thinks we're going to die. But another long moment of silence stretches between us. Lost in Space Furry Edition. That would be an intro. You know what? That would actually be kind of an interesting visual novel idea. I look out the window again at the towering clouds of dust in front of us. Well, if that's the case, then can you just... Well, if that's the case, then can you just tell me what's going on? Amicus goes on staring at his window. I sigh and lean back, resigned to the idea that I might not ever know why I was dragged out to space to simply get stuck and die in a dust cloud. Then Amicus speaks. I made some mistakes. I glance at him, waiting, not wanting to say anything in case he stops talking. I didn't know your species wasn't part of the Galaxis. It's very illegal to make first contact without authorization from a parent. Parent? The authorities of the galaxy. The authorities and the guardians of the galaxy. I frown and Amicus looks at the confusion on my face. How can I put this simply? There are 3 levels in the Galaxis. At the very top are the parents. They arrive from beyond our galaxy to spread their culture here. Amicus glances at me. You know what a galaxy is, but there are others outside of our own. Yeah? Amicus lets out a breathy chuckle. Of course, I probably should have expected that. So you must know, then, that intergalactic travel is incredibly advanced, almost godlike, and that's what they are. Okay, this is starting to make me think of Mass Effect slightly, with the parents being the Protheans for Mass Effect. Because I believe he said something about them using their parent technology. So, like, they're not... I wonder... Okay, this is kind of interesting. Gods. There are 8 of them that are still present in our galaxy, though they rarely communicate with us these days. Okay, so there's 8 of them. So they're pretty much like space gods. Then there are the siblings. That's what my species is a part of. The galaxy was scoped out by the parents at the very start to find the most intelligent and capable species. They each selected one, and we were the ones chosen and uplifted by the Romanus. The note of pride in Amicus's voice is obvious. Okay, so there's parents, which are technically space gods. Each one of them chose one species to uplift. Okay. Excuse me. The note of pride in Amicus's voice is obvious. From then on, it has been our mission to increase intelligence in promising species and to teach them our philosophy and culture, to uplift. I try to make sense of that in terms I can understand. So, you spread their culture for the parents. They're like your god and your species are like missionaries. Amicus just shrugs. Yeah, sort of like that. That doesn't sound so great, especially when I compare it to things that have happened on Earth. Mass galactic assimilation. So, why are they doing this? If they got here at the same time and did the same thing, does that mean they're working together? Amicus shakes his head. We don't really know all of the reasons for what the parents do, but we compete with the other siblings. But that brings me to the rest of the sapiens in the galaxy, the children. The siblings uplift these children and bring them into our fold under the direction of our parent. Again, they haven't told us exactly what's going on, but we come to the conclusion that it's some sort of competition and we mean to win for our parent. So, I'm a child? Well, no, not really. I've been calling you that, but you're not part of the Galaxis, and that's where I made my mistake. Oh, hey, it's our screen cap. Hey, guys, it's our screen cap. By the way, can I just say, like, I managed to catch this image. I'm like, I love this image just because it looks so... I don't know. It's like, it's very artistic. It makes me really feel something, which is great. Like I said, it was illegal for me to contact you, but I didn't know. How did you not know that? Shouldn't you have a record of this type of stuff? That's the confusing part to me. I found Earth in the library, so there was a record of it, but there wasn't much, just a few footnotes about a sapient species there. But because that record exists, I know that your species was uplifted to child status at some point. In Rome? Presumably, but sometimes the species is unable to be uplifted for different reasons. Too aggressive, too docile, too unintelligent. Amicus glances at me. I thought this is what happened to your species. Then if we've been uplifted, doesn't that mean you've already made first contact? Yes, but you're still not part of the Galactus. That's why I made the mistake. You should know about it, but you don't. Knowledge of other intelligent life is sacred, and for whatever reason your species lost it. So it doesn't matter that we've made contact before. If the knowledge of the Galactus has been lost, then any form of communication between us is first contact all over again. By the way, Amicus has a thick neck. Holy crap, his neck is thick! And while Uplift has been cancelled with species in the past, we don't completely cut off contact. They're permanently part of the Galactus. I've never heard of something like this happening before, so I panicked. Amicus glances at the ceiling. Wasn't able to tell me that until he was connected to your Nexus. Nexus? Another word that doesn't translate. Like the technology that connects places, people, information. The internet? If that's your word for it. So, I try to understand everything I'm being told. Why didn't you tell me all this before you kidnapped me or knocked me out? I see Amicus's ears flatten and he looks away, clearly ashamed. I don't know. I didn't fully understand the intelligence of your species yet. I thought I could just lead you to believe things. I don't say anything, and Amicus shifts uncomfortably. Leaving you on Earth after you saw me, you might have gone to the authorities on your planet with that knowledge, which might have led to a monitor being alerted. Amicus answers my question before I can ask it. Monitors are basically the eyes and ears of the parents. They monitor the galaxy. Like, you mean monitor the galaxy? Like they're sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy? Listen, guys, I'm trying to stream here. You can't get me hot and heavy when I'm trying to play a game. Like, afterwards, by all means. Because I do love anybody that tries to make me all hot and heavy. Because I love me some spicy boys. But, you're making me some hot and heavy while playing this game. And it's distracted. I'm already hot and heavy. And what happens if they're alerted? Amicus sighs deeply. I don't know. It hasn't happened in a long time, and I don't think anyone has ever broken this particular law. It's one of the most important laws we're supposed to follow, knowing I'd broken it. Amicus pauses. Scared you? Amicus shakes his head but doesn't say anything. I try to piece all this together in my head. So then you panicked and kidnapped me. It was either that or kill you, or leave you and hope for the best, but that was a risk that I felt I couldn't take at the time. Amicus seems to shrink in his seat. And I guess I just didn't want to tell you because I knew I'd disrupted your life in a terrible way. I thought I might be able to make you forget and want to stay with me if you saw my home. But why? Why did you do it in the first place? What do you want from me? Amicus looks at me for a long while, probably debating on how much to tell me, then he turns away. I needed a pet. Well, Amicus, all you had to do was ask. I mean, we might need to get to know each other a little more, but I'd be more than willing to be your pet, but Excuse me? Amicus shrinks up even more in his chair. It's a very long story. I glare at the back of his head. Well, if we're gonna be here a while, then I have time. Amicus goes on staring out the window. My father was the emperor. The throne was mine to take, but my brother has challenged me, so now we're both competing for it. Amicus looks at me out of the corner of his eye for my reaction. His expression tells me I should be impressed, but learning he might be an influential figure among his people doesn't really seem too crazy after the events of the past day or so. And getting a pet will help you how? My brother has one, a sibling species, which means that his pet is on the same level of the hierarchy as us. I frown. Oh, and that's unusual? Definitely, it shouldn't even be legal, but somehow he negotiated it. They signed a contract and everything. Who is your brother, Amicus? I guess we're gonna, So we're dealing with some sibling rivalry combined with fighting for the throne. Wonder who his brother is. I'm kind of curious who his brother is. I shake my head. So, what does having a pet do? Amicus shrugs. It's a good status symbol to have. The fact that my brother was able to obtain such a prestigious pet shows his skill at negotiation, and he has put me at a huge disadvantage. And again, guys, I hope you're enjoying the voice. I kind of like in my Amicus voice a little bit, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. If not, it's okay. If you feel like it's something I could work on, please let me know. I take voice acting very seriously, and I'm always willing to learn and adapt. I needed to do something even more grand to impress my father's advisor. He's the one that will choose between us. By kidnapping me? Amicus growls. That wasn't part of the plan. I thought you knew what I was and be amazed that a wolf had come back to your species. You know what? I don't know because I haven't really paid attention to the later updates, but I've heard some stuff in the later updates that I'm like, is this furry Game of Thrones? Because I mean, that would be really great if it was. Like, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I was going to make a deal with you like my brother did with his pet. I wanted a sapient that no one had seen in a long time. Oh, CG's done. So that's why I'm here, to be used as some pawn in some power struggle in some alien empire far away? So why can't you take me back? What if I promise not to say anything? I would take you back if I could. I realize now that that would have been the better option, but I can't. Why not? First of all, the ship might be damaged beyond repair. Secondly, there isn't enough power to get back. Earth was on the outer reaches of how far I could travel. I need the rest to return home. I managed to stop myself from telling the wolf that all of this is his fault and shouldn't be my problem at all. Well, can we get more power when we get to your home, then go back to Earth? No, it's a type of power that the parents produce. We're not able to harness it yet. So get more from them, from wherever you got the power in the first place. Amicus leans his head against the headrest. Our parent authorizes and distributes it, and for whatever reason they stopped supplying it when we lost our emperor. I feel myself growing more and more frustrated. Then how the hell are you using it now? A moment of silence goes by. This was my father's ship. Only the emperor has constant access to the technology. I borrowed it to get to you. I glare at him. You mean stole it? You know, you're pretty dishonest for someone who says they never lie. Another soft rumbling growl from him. Times are desperate. Ask your dad to take me back then. If you didn't gather from earlier, he's dead, so no one has access to it right now. I'm just using up what was left. I stare at Amicus for a while, words failing me. Listen, I didn't want to do all those things I did to you. I'm protecting us both. I laugh. Oh, really? Yes, I was planning to bring you to the palace to live a good life and forget your old one. Then, when you started asking those questions, I realized your intelligence is much higher than I thought it would be. Then Calm thought you might attack me. I made mistakes. Amicus lets out another Amicus lets out another huge sigh and slumps in the seat looking away. Several minutes go by in silence, both of us staring out into the eerie blue. So what now? What are your plans? Amicus is the one to laugh this time. Get out of these binds that you let me. He's I love yeah, like I said, we're gonna be taking a few screenshots after I finish the stream. I'm gonna cut out some of these images to make some good screen caps. And look at him in oh boy. Hard language. And this is a shame because I'm trying to be a writer. I look at him in credits. You know what the word is. I'm not going to say it. Amicus sighs. Listen, you have no idea how to handle this ship. I can at least run diagnostics to see what we can do about this. What's to stop you from knocking me out again? If you don't attack me or hit me with the nervo again, then I won't have to. I look to my left arm seat to pick up the little taser device. This? Amicus' eyes. Amicus's eyes it uneasily. Yeah. How can I trust you after everything that's happened? I give you my word. I frown. And you could go back on it just as easily. Screenshots for actually making screen caps. Come on, guys, get with the program. Even though I'm not gonna lie, Amicus is oof. He is oof. Science is not going. No, actually, I really would like to do Flash. I need to learn how to do Flash animations. There's a YouTuber I follow, and he makes some really good ones for his like when his streams start. And I'm like, I gotta learn. I gotta get better at video editing. I gotta get a lot better at video editing. And you could go back on it just as easily. I would never do that. I don't make promises lightly, Mark. Amicus is so indigent that I actually believe him. Or he's just a really good actor. Either way, I'm gonna have to let him go at some point, especially if we really can't get back to Earth. So I make my decision. If I let you go, you have to find a way to get me back to Earth. Amicus thinks for a moment. I can do that if I become Emperor. And how long will that take? Amicus shrugs. A few months if all goes well. With your help, it could be even faster. You're very clever, more intelligent than some wolves I know even. Months? My parents are probably freaking out by now. School starts in a few weeks. All of these things seem so distant now. Amicus frowns. I'm sorry, but I can't do anything. I need to be an emperor to even talk to the parents. Oh, did you? Oh, I'm not on Discord right now. Sorry. I'll look at it. I'll look at it when we finish stream. But in all seriousness, oh, I'm gonna get so good at art because there's so many things I want to make. I have so many amazing. I have like 3 OC characters, and I love them so much, so much. And I just like I can't draw them. I'm like, no, I can't draw, and I'm kind of broke. Which actually does bring me to a quick thing. I got a second job over the holidays, which is good and not a good thing. It's good because I have more money. It's not so good because it will be so much harder to stream and make videos. But I will find time to make them. I promise you guys. I will somehow, some way, I will find time to make more continue making videos because I really like doing this. And honestly, I enjoy doing this for fun mostly. It would be great if I could do this as a career, but honestly, just doing it for fun is good enough. I think I'm happy just doing it for fun. And I love giving creators their well due respect. Because there's a few games I still want to try out. There's one game I heard called Kingsguard that seemed very interesting. There's a lot of visual novels I still haven't played yet. Kingsguard was one. I saw another one. Repeat, obviously. I heard that's one. I played a little bit of that. Repeat, and there was one more I can't remember now. Oh, I can't remember right now. There was another one that was actually I think it was $5. It is a demo, but I think it was $5. Which I don't mind paying if it's good. I've seen some gameplay of it. I can't remember what this one right now. Well, no. My thought is less is more. I try not to have too many characters. Because I like to I feel like having less characters make it easier for me to develop them and give them good backstory and a good character personality and all that. Because I used to have a whole bunch of characters and it was too much. None of them had any real personality. So I have 3, which all 3 are yeah. Oh, oh! Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Tennis Ace. I can't take a step in Twitter without hearing about Tennis Ace, and I haven't touched it. I haven't seen anything about the game. That's a game I have to play for you guys. I have to play Tennis Ace. I just hear good things nonstop. Like the writing's good, the build up to the relationships are great. Like I just hear so many good things about it. I really hear that. The biggest thing I hear is it's really a believable relationship. Like they really build up to you. If they really build up to having a relationship, and I'm like, ooh, that is something I need to look into anyway because I'm working on my visual novel and writing, and I want to learn more about that. So that's a plus for me, a plus for you guys, and another plus for all of us because we get to see cute furry boys and tennis. I think, but again, I don't have many options. I look Amicus in the eye. You promise? You have my word. For a moment, I sit there contemplating. Then I sit up straight. All right, stand up. Amicus perks up, then hops to his bound feet, almost falling over. I'm sure to place the Nerva close by behind me just in case. A few minutes later, and the wolf is free. We both regard each other wearily for a few minutes before Amicus finally sighs. Listen, I have no reason to incapacitate you now that you know everything, but if it makes you feel better, you can hang on to the Nervo until we get to Adastra. He said the word! He said the word, guys! He said it! He said it! He said the word! That's a fair exchange? He looked back at the little device. Well, I have little reason to trust Amicus. The wolf has virtually no reason to trust me. I consider it and shake my head. Can we put it away somewhere? I'd rather just not be thinking about it. Amicus looks at me in surprise and rubs his stomach where I jabbed him. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a deal to me. Amicus holds out a paw, and I looked at the thick black pads on his fingers and palm before picking up the Nervo and handing it to him carefully. For a moment, I imagine him immediately turning the thing around and jabbing it in my face, but instead he turns and walks towards the back of the ship. Again. We're gonna get through this, guys. It's okay. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Today the stream did not want to work. I've done EA 2 over 2 hour sessions, no problem. This video was just like, I'm just gonna keep messing up. It's okay. I'm gonna have to look at some stuff. Oops, stop, go back. All right, hold on. Let me fix it again. We're almost done anyway. I'm gonna play for probably about another half hour, and then I'm gonna have to stop because it's over 2 hours, and I'm it, yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm fixing it now. Okay, well at least the audio is still working. It's just, what are you? Oh my god. Oh, it's still not working. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Save the game again. We're gonna keep doing this. Save the game again. Also, I'm a little surprised. We have had no choices in this game yet. Usually, most of the novels you have choices. This game has been very lax with them. I'm enjoying the story though. I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested right now. Okay, so we're gonna shut the game down again. I'm gonna turn it back on. Yeah, quit. Hold on. Ad Astra. Oh, also, I forgot. I also have Chemo Coliseum, which I really kind of want to try out. I heard that game's pretty good too. So that's a game I might play in the future. All right, here we go. Is it working now? Yes, it's working now. Good. I noticed his stance is slightly bow-legged and he adjusts himself a few times. That makes me feel a little guilty about fighting dirty earlier. But only a little. On his way, he sweeps up his cape in one fluid motion before wrapping it around his shoulders. Dude, I can't wait till I get a webcam. I'm just thinking about like me dressing up as Amicus, and people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Listen." I'm like, "Listen, I'm dressing up." It's like, "Listen." Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Then he moves to the back wall and sticking out a paw, he presses the panel. Yeah, I heard it's like a puzzle fighting game, which I played a few of those. If any of you have ever played I think I can't remember what the full game like Marvel Puzzle Quest. Marvel Puzzle Quest is actually a really good game. It's a mobile only game, but it's great. Well, no, not true. I think there's a version of it on Steam, but I love Marvel Puzzle Quest. I think it's a great game. Then he moves to the back wall and sticking out a paw, he presses a panel and a small portion of the wall slides back, revealing another smaller room. From where I am, I can see what looks like a little cot and various cupboards. He opens one of these and places the Nervo inside before shutting it. He comes back out and notices me staring. That's my quarters. It's where I sleep. If you need to urinate or whatever else you do, there's a toilet in there. I'm fine for now. I feel my stomach gurgle, something that's been doing for a while now. I am a little hungry though. Amicus raises a brow. A bro. Amicus raised a bro. He's like, brah. Amicus like, brah. You want to try? You want to try it again? Sure. I'm trying to see if we're gonna get to the planet or wherever, and then I'm gonna stop. Where like planet or whatever happens. The next major thing that happens, we're gonna stop after. It's not the worst food I've ever had. The earthly smell translates into the taste, but there's a strange hint of sweetness to it, like chocolate, and that makes it a little more palatable. I can at least swallow it down without gagging, so that's good, I guess. Amicus has his own cup, though. He's paying more attention to the panels than to his food. I may have exaggerated. I may have been exaggerating a bit earlier. Damage appears to be minimal. We're actually lucky that you didn't lock onto something worse like a pit. There was one very near that star. A pit? Amicus shrugs, waving his hand in the air as if brushing my question aside. A very strong gravitational singularity that sucks everything up around it. Oh, you mean a black hole? Like a black hole? Black hole? Like its gravity is so powerful that even light gets pulled into it. That's why they're black. Excuse me, Mark. That is so fucking rude. What are you trying to say? That black is evil? That the color black is evil? Because that's very offensive. Amicus looks at me in surprise. Oh, you know what that is. Guess I should stop being surprised, honestly. You humans really are something. You basically uplifted them yourselves. I shrug. We touched on it in my Astronomy 101 class. I don't know much about them. But the fact that your species found out about them in the first place. Anyway. Amicus presses a button before suddenly the hum of the ship comes back to life. System's back online. And? Amicus pulls the lever and suddenly the blue disappears and the windows are filled with warping stars again. Thank you for letting me know that, Bad Coon. I am glad to let you know that. Because the last thing I need is to get in trouble from YouTube with me just starting my career. Oh, that is a very well thought out answer, Snake Lord. I did not even think about that. And it's good. It's nice to know that you draw. I didn't know that you draw. I hope everything's going well, and I hope I'm not distracting you too much. I'd immediately look away, feeling the chocolate mud start to work its way up my throat. We were actually almost to Ad Astra when you took control. Amicus rubs the side of his neck, wincing as he stretches it out. Should be there fairly soon. What is this? I wave my hand at the window, not looking. The bending light, it's the stretch drive. Basically, space is being shortened ahead of us. Amicus puts his paws close together in front of himself, and stretched out behind us. Amicus stretches his paws out wide. I don't really know how it works, only the parents can build this kind of tech, and it's the only way I could get to Earth, or anywhere outside our star system, really. They even figured out a way to make time stand still around us when we traveled, otherwise way too much time would have passed back home, so it's like a warp drive pretty much. I'm starting to get a picture of how powerful these parents actually are, beings capable of warping space and time to their will. So, how much more time? Arriving at Stella Vita. Arriving at Stella Vita. And just like that, the stars become still again. Amicus grins. Welcome to Ad Astra, Mark. I look out the window and see a large green and blue sphere shimmer below me. Behind it, there's another globe, this one chalky and gray. A smaller and even brighter orb floats further to the right. Its color almost pure white. Amicus points at the more Earth-like sphere. That specifically is Adastra. The planet to the left is Anchorus. There aren't many people there aside from miners. The smallest is Torque, another moon. I know you live on a planet, so Adastra might seem a bit small to you. Oh, why you guys are making me so jealous. I'm so bad at drawing and everybody's like, yeah, this is mine. I'm like, no, because I need to learn to draw. Like, you have no, like I said, I'm playing a visual novel. I gotta learn everything. I gotta learn freaking editing. I gotta learn freaking programming for the Ren'P system. I gotta get better at writing, even though I've been writing for a while, but I still gotta learn more. I gotta get better at drawing. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I really feel for Repeat's creator, because I hear he does everything himself. I'm like, oh, I can't imagine doing all that. I press the hand to the window and notice that it's ice cold. It looks pretty big from here. Amicus leans over the console and starts touching at the screen. Re-entry sequence engaged. Go ahead and put your safety straps on. Re-entry is never comfortable in smaller ships. I know. I can only approve, that's true. You're not wrong. I hurriedly do as he says, setting down and trying to figure out the seatbelt. Oh, and I'm sorry to hear that, Leo. I've been trying. I've been trying very hard to improve. It's a lot, because one day I try to write, then one day I'm like, alright, I need to get better at drawing. It's a mess. Eventually, Amicus has to come over and help, showing me how the strap just feeds into a slot. This automatically pulls the straps tightly across my waist and chest. As Amicus gets into his own seat, we start to curve around to the darker side of Adastra. Every now and then there's a bit of a downward tug on my stomach, sort of like when the passenger jet I was in was landing in Rome. I had imagined that things would rattle around along with a bunch of fire and heat like in a Hollywood movie. Instead, there's only a rumbling sound that accompanies a gentle vibration through the seat. There isn't any fire, but I do start to see blue flashes on the otherwise black windows. I look over at Amicus and see that he's got his eyes closed, looking relaxed. The wolf opens his eyes and smiles gently at me. Don't worry, this is all normal. I realize how nervous I must look, so I nod and lean my head back in the seat. The electric blue flashes stop after a while, and then I feel one final downward pull in my body before the rumbling fades out. We sit in complete silence and darkness for a moment before I hear Amicus moving next to me. Okay, we're in the hangar right now. Just follow me into the palace. Amicus gets up, but the ship stays dark. So does the hangar. Okay, why aren't there any lights? Everyone's probably asleep. I don't want to wake them up. I get the feeling that he just doesn't want anyone to catch us, but I don't say anything. I fiddle with my seatbelt, unable to get it undone until I feel Amicus lean over me, breathing in my ear as his large paws cover mine, pressing something that releases the strap. I stand up, feeling around blindly as I hold onto the seat, only barely able to make out the red bristles of the headrest in front of me. I reach out a hand. Hey, Amicus's rough paw pads envelop my hand. What's wrong? I can't see anything. Oh, can you not see in low light? Amicus starts pulling me along before I hear a soft beep, then a whooshing sound. Not really. Another sound catches my attention. Crickets. They have crickets here too. At the same time, I'm hit by a wall of humid warmth, almost like walking into a sauna. Amicus puts a paw against my chest. Wait a second. Then I hear a soft thud followed by a grunt. Hello? Lean down. My eyes have adjusted a bit more to the dark, and I'm barely able to make out what I think are paws reaching up towards me. I crouch down, and Amicus grabs me under the arms before pulling me clumsily off the deck of the ship. My face mushes up against his furry chest before I'm set down on my feet. Alright, since we're just going to go straight to my room, try not to make too much noise. I start to nod, but Amicus is already pulling me along. The humidity presses down on me like a physical force, and I start to worry that I actually have trouble surviving on this moon. Oh my gosh, do you really have that much hair, Snake Lord? Like I said, we're gonna probably be ending this pretty soon. We've been streaming for a while now. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes, so probably be stopping pretty soon. The humidity presses down on me like a physical force, and I start to worry that I might actually have trouble surviving on this moon. It's really hot. Things will cool off once we're inside. I can hear him panting heavily as we move through the hangar. I still can't see much, just angular shapes in the darkness, but finally I see some light ahead along with some cold air. We turn a corner and have to blink against how bright it suddenly becomes. Ooh! Oh, by the way, that's loud. Holy crap. Ah, so loud! Ah! See, I don't want to mute it all. Ah, it won't work. I try to lower the volume and it never works. Yeah, pick it up, please. Feel free to pick it up. Feel free to let the creators know what you think about their game. They also Echo Echo Project also does have a Twitter. If you have a Twitter, just type in Echo Project in the search bar. Why doesn't this work? Either I have to mute everything or mute nothing. Because I just want to lower the volume just a little bit. Alright. We're going to mute all for now because that's so loud. I can barely hear myself think. We'll come back. I look around at the pillars and marble floor, the bright lights above me, and what looks like a garden complete with statues extending out through the archway. This looks beautiful. Well, at least I know Amicus wasn't lying about living in a palace. What do you think? Wow, I mean, it looks really cool, really expensive. I don't know if that last part was just a great compliment, but Amicus seems happy. Thanks, it's going to be your home for a while, so I'm glad you like it. Amicus adjusts his cape, fanning it out a little. This is only a small portion of the palace, of course. I'll show you around later, but for now I want you to go to my room and try out a little. I must look like a mess right now. The humidity doesn't do my fur any favors. I can tell Amicus is genuinely embarrassed, even if he's trying to joke, so I put a hand up to my hair. I have a little less to worry about, but I'm sure my hair is pretty crazy right now. True, that patch of fur really is something, though. The wolf reaches out and touches my hair, rubbing it between the pads on his fingers. We've made physical contact several times over the last day, but this is the first time that it really feels friendly. We stand there for a moment, just long enough for things to get awkward. Amicus pulls his hand back slowly as if realizing what he's doing. Oh, he saved from having to think of something to say as we both hear footsteps coming up the hall to our right. Okay, okay, it's better now. Shit. What? Hide and be quiet. Amicus whispers loudly at me and suddenly pushes me hard back the way we came. I stumble before scrambling around the corner. The footsteps get louder as I stand up and press my back against the wall listening. Amicus, I don't know who this is, so until I know who it is, I can't make a voice. I jump, the person almost shouting Amicus's name. Oh, Oh, apparently it's this Casius coming up. Casius? Amicus' deeper voice responds, sounding cool and collected. Where the hell have you been? His voice is higher pitched and a little more articulate than Amicus's. I don't know how well that voice was, but we're gonna go with it for now. I start to look around the corner, then hesitate. Then I do it anyway, wanting to see who this person is. Luckily, Amicus has moved further down the room so that I'm slightly behind this Cassius guy. Oh. That was too low. Damn it. There we go. Hello, sir? Yes. Oh no, this guy must be a real asshole. I see a white wolf quite a bit smaller compared to Amicus, but no less intimidating, maybe even more so. I can tell by his demeanor that he's probably not a fun person to be around. I was out hunting. Is something wrong? Hunting for 2 days? Is that a joke? Was it that long? Yes, you were supposed to make a speech in Lux yesterday. How many times did we remind you of it? Cassius suddenly takes a deep breath. Really, Amicus, you seem to expect everyone to cover up your mistakes. I can't comprehend how you could have forgotten. I lost track of time. That's not an excuse. How do you expect to become emperor if you act this way? Oh, thank you. I do got a perfect voice from him. Amicus growls. Don't even pretend, Cass. You're probably happy I missed it. That's ridiculous, Amicus. I only want what's best for the Empire. Amicus opens his mouth and shuts it suddenly. No, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Cassius quietly regards Amicus for a moment and shakes his head. Well, Virginia went in your steed, so you have her to thank when she returns. She's better at that sort of thing anyway. The point was to show Lux that the next possible emperor stands in solidarity with them. Sending your sister is not a good look. Well, walking around in undergarments doesn't look good either. You think that's how an emperor should behave? No one's awake, Amicus. Don't be such a pup. I'm just saying you look really small without your armor. Now that is not a good look for an emperor. Excuse me? What, I only want what's best for the Empire, and a little runt like you definitely isn't. They stare at each other for a long time. Oh, they have some... Oh, boy. There's some sibling rivalry going on over here. Oh, boy. And everybody seems to hate this guy. I don't know why they hate him. I'm sure I'll find out, but I know a lot of people do not like this guy. They stare at each other for a long time, and though I have no idea what's going on, I can almost see the electricity arching between them. Finally, Cassius turns on his heels and stalks away, tail swishing furiously. Good night, Amicus. Amicus stands there for a moment, still puffed out a little bit before he finally deflates. Damn it. I stand quietly around the corner waiting for Amicus to call me back. When he doesn't, I whisper at him. Amicus. His ears perk up and he turns to me. Hey, come on, we should go. Hey, come on, we should go before anyone else decides to show up. Okay. I can tell by the way the wolf walks, his ears slightly down, his tail almost dragging, that he's not in a good mood. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. My brother just knows how to irritate me, and I shouldn't have said that to him. We calmly walk through the marble halls, the echoing of our footsteps the only sound. Is he not supposed to see me? I just need to think of the right way to introduce you. Now is the best time. I was just talking about you guys. I've heard a few people. I've heard a few comments about him. Is he the one that challenged you for the throne? Amicus is quiet for a moment before heaving a huge sigh. Yes, and he's really starting to turn my life upside down because of it. Sometimes I think he just sees this all as a game. We come to stop at what looks like a door. It's completely smooth, though, made of what also looks like marble. Amicus doesn't make any move to open it. And you know, he never seemed concerned for me and my duties until after he made his challenge. That's what bothers me the most, knowing that it's all an act. I guess you're not really close with him then? Not since we were pups, no. Disturbing thought suddenly hits me. Well, you know in Earth's ancient Rome, the place where you guys uplifted, people would kill each other over the throne, like a lot. Does that happen here? Amicus frowns. I suppose it's happened in the past, but that was a long time ago. Besides, Casius would never do something like that. I don't know, Amicus. Uh, when people really want the throne, they're willing to do whatever it takes, people. So I don't know if I would say it wouldn't kill you. Amicus sticks out his paw and presses it to a black square on the wall. The door slides open without a sound. I feel a rush of cool air come out of the room, and Amicus... Ooh, this is pretty, by the way. And Amicus lets out a happy sigh as he steps on. Now, this looks relaxing. Small and homely. Ah, that's much better. My dad's advisor keeps the climate way too hot in the rest of the palace. I follow the wolf inside and look around. Aside from a few quirks, the room looks like it could have come straight out of any luxury hotel on Earth. Amicus sits heavily on the bed, making a squeak. He starts to strip off his clothing. Toilet and bath are in there. He nods ahead at another door across from the bed. Then he jabs a thumb back at the large curtain. That's the balcony if you want to get some air, though I don't know why you would in this weather. Then he points at the couch. And that can be where you sleep, if that's alright with you. I've known other aliens to prefer the floor, though. The couch is fine. Excuse me. I walk over to the red sofa, sizing it up. It's more than big enough, but as I pick up the little black pillow, I notice it's covered in fur. I inconspicuously pick some of it off before a light blanket smacks into the back of my head. There you go. Is that all okay? Yeah, this is good. I hope the blanket will be enough to keep off the cold that seems to be wafting down from the ceiling. Good. Like I said earlier, I'll show you the rest of the palace tomorrow. We'll get some real food, too. Amicus sprawls back onto the bed, not bothering to drop any blankets, his eyes closed. I actually want real food now, but I don't say anything and instead lay down. The sofa a bit harder than I expected. Good support, I guess. As I'm settling in, I think Amicus has already fallen asleep, but that's when he speaks again. And thanks, Mark. I don't know what he's thanking me for. For not killing him on the ship? For agreeing to help him become emperor? For the way I took this shitty sofa and flimsy blanket without complaint? I'm not sure, so all I say is, sure. I know, right? I'm like, that's a nice bed. That's a nice couch. I'm like, you sure you don't want us to get in the bed, Amicus? Sure about that? I'm sure we could snuggle. Cause snuggles are great, am I right? Then I hear the wolf snoring softly and the lights suddenly dim down until they're off. Okay, we might be stopping. I think we're gonna stop here. I lay there a while, though I'm not sure for how long. In fact, time seems to have lost all meaning since I was abducted. Amicus's brother said it had been 2 days, but didn't Amicus say that time freezes when traveling in the stretch drive? Have we really spent that much time idling around? I need to stop thinking about everything that doesn't make sense, because that's basically everything. I just need to help this wolf so I can get the hell back home. Then I can pick apart everything I've been through all I want. For now, I just need to help things move along as smoothly as possible. With that thought in my head, and with the soft sounds of Amicus's gentle snoring, I'm lulled into a light and troubled sleep. Okay, I think this is the perfect time to save and stop. Alright, so a lot happened. There is a lot to the story. So we are kidnapped. We are on a planet far in a galaxy far, far away that we have no idea anything about it. And we are right in the middle of a battle for the throne between two brothers. I'm sure that's gonna be that's gonna play a huge part in the story. But so far, I'm actually enjoying the game. The art I've seen before, but I still love it. The art's very good. One of my only complaints, again, very minor, but you know, I have to have some complaint. One of my only complaints so far is there are no choices. There have been no choices so far, which is kind of disappointing. I'm not sure if that's going to get better later in the game, but somebody did tell me there's not that many choices in this game. I kind of wish there was a little more choices. Also, I am curious if choices actually do anything in this game. Because so far, we've only seen Amicus. So I'm wondering, is there any other love romantic options, or is it just Amicus? Which, I mean, if it's just Amicus, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just curious. But so far, I love the game. I would give it a 9 out of 10. The only complaint I said is I wish there was some more choices. Um, that's probably it, really. Really, right now. I mean, at least for as far as I've got the game. Really, just wish there was more choices. But I'm loving this game. We're definitely adding this to the list of games I will be streaming pretty weekly, at least 1 or 2 videos a week. Honestly, it'd probably be one Adastra video a week, live stream, and one EA video a week, along with the other pre-recorded videos I do. But I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I'm loving this game. I do need to get into Tennis Ace. I know that's another game we gotta do. Then I gotta finish Neko Jinsi. Then I gotta finish Lagoon Lounge. There's so many games I gotta finish. I don't have time. Especially if I'm working 2 jobs now. It's gonna be a little hard. But I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that we all can have a fun time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to go back to the title screen. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And again, don't forget, if you like this game enough, feel free to download it. Feel free to support the creative team down in the link below in the description. Also, don't be afraid to give the artists a look-see. They make some really good stuff, and they do commissions. I'm not sure if they're open right now, but they do commissions. And even if not, if anything, just let them know who sent you. Let them know you enjoy their stuff. And yes, Morinatsu is another one. I'm going to probably play the original version, or I think it's called Revisited. No. I will play the Homecoming version because I haven't touched it. I haven't seen anything about it besides the artwork. And I will give my honest opinion on that game because there are a few things. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. I am loving these streams. I am loving you guys. I hope to do this more often. And don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to follow me on Twitter. You can ask me questions on Twitter. You can ask me questions on YouTube. I think there's YouTube messaging. I'm not sure. But don't be afraid to ask me questions. Don't be afraid to give me recommendations. Don't be afraid to maybe reblog or retweet once in a while when I'm streaming. Like I said, you guys are awesome. I hope to see you next time. Tomorrow will probably not be a stream. It'll probably be a pre-recorded day. But I hope to see you later on this week in a lovely live streaming. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah. And don't forget, this has been Fallenwolf. And you have just been part of the Fallen Pack. Bye.